up, everybody? Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Let's put a ring on it.
Put a ring on it.
Hosted by the Steezys.
KB and A.
These are relationship goals. Hey, put a ring on it. 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 These are relationship goals. Hey, put a ring on it. 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 Yeah. And if you like it, you should have put a ring on it. Yeah. Put a ring on the Steezys.
I don't think we can do it together, babe. You make me nervous.
Hello again. Welcome to another episode of Put a Ring on It podcast.
Welcome.
Here on Podcast The TV, the extended TV edition. We ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about that.
Okay.
I'm Nate Steezy, one of the hosts here. It's my wife.
I'm KB, Mrs. Steezy.
She always come on so soft, like that's what she be doing. By the end of the show, she's screaming.
Yeah, different. So different.
By the end of the hey, KB.
Wilding out. By the time she just licked it
I am
in.
very soft spoken.
People seeing the show now. They know that's not true. Anyway,
And your
introduce
boy,
yourself.
Craig Capone, co-host. You know, people watching us, man. I done got a couple phone calls.
They said they seen you.
They said they was like, last week y'all had shit to talk about. I was like, we did. I was like,
Y'all
I'm
was
gonna be
talking about-
honest.
Y'all was talking about crazy stuff. I'm gonna have to agree with that person.
You was here too, so what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That was y'all show last
we
week.
was sharing war stories.
That's
You know,
all.
what it was.
We was caught off guard.
I don't have
Yeah.
no war stories, so that's why I couldn't really chime in.
The PR department had a mix-up,
Yeah.
You are the PR department.
and we had a mix-up.
Okay.
Okay. Put a ring on that. But we back this week.
You got it
We
together.
got a great guest.
Yay.
You know, a guy who I never had the chance of interviewing, but I've been in a room when he's being interviewed, you know, the 100 times he's been there.
Right.
I've been around when he's been interviewed. I've seen him been interviewed, you know, and I watch his interviews on the internet. So, you know, it's a guy I go way back with, a guy that's real positive, doing a lot of things in the neighborhood. Not just the neighborhood, but the whole city, but particularly his neighborhood. So, you know, I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but I take great pleasure in interviewing this guy. Go ahead, brother.
Wonderful intro. That's my best intro, bro.
Oh yeah,
That's the best intro right there. Hands down. Right.
put a ring on that right there.
It's King Yadee, a.k.a. Alonzo Starworth. I guess I'm the rapping contractor now. That's what they like to call me. But I am a builder. I'm a contractor, artist, engineer, producer, fashion designer, man. I put Stash House Closet on the map in the city.
Shout out Stash
You
House.
feel me?
Whatever.
So, like, you know, I'm here. Entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to free my people. That's what my mission is.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know they still under the master foot. You feel me? So
Yeah.
Some people want to be there though, so I mean, you know, get it how you live. It's all good.
We need them too, so I ain't knocking nobody. I
ain't
ain't
knocking
knocking nobody. I just don't want y'all to knock me. I love
Yeah.
your job just as much as you do.
freeing my people.
Listen, yeah, but if you want to be free, I'm here for you. That's all I'm talking about.
I think we are free Negroes right now.
I mean-
Right here, at this particular
This
table
is
right
a
here.
free Negro.
He's sending
Free Negro
strong Nick Cannon vibes
Yeah,
over there.
yeah.
The real Hollywood housewife.
I gotta get on the man thing. I gotta
Oh,
get
y'all
that.
can start a
I learn
Detroit
how
husbands show.
Yeah.
Wanna do that?
Well, guess what? I ain't no husband, so you know I be
Some
over
of the
here.
guys is not husbands.
I
on
be
the
over
show.
here trying to
Robin
be so
Thicke
good.
divorced.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Robin Thicke divorced. Nelly has never been married, so everybody's not a husband, but they husband material. You feel me?
Okay.
So you can be a part of it.
Okay.
You know, think about
Interesting.
I like that too.
Miles, you want to pick that up on your network?
That might not, honestly, we might could do
I
something.
like
for
that
real.
twist. Yeah.
For real.
I'm serious too.
All we could do is Detroit was business. Like we was sometimes.
right.
Yadee probably already got the show underway anyway.
Right, he's like, yep, it's coming out next month.
bad.
Yeah.
That's dope.
fast.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I can't.
So, you know what I'm saying? Jump right in, man. Tell us about the Block Development.
And the block development, man, it's really a passion of mine. It's purpose work. It's a construction company I started in 2018 with a lot of my friends and family. We were just tired of looking at the city. It was so abandoned. So, you know, can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's podcast.
That's what
I am
everybody
positive,
say.
you know. I like to keep it real when I'm speaking about my
I mean, I'm
passion.
going to put you on YouTube now. Don't
worry
know
about
that.
it. I mean, they know me. I mean, they know who they got out here. You know? And I thank all my supporters. Thank everybody rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? We just going to keep it positive. But we're just tired of the hood just looking fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's the best way to describe it. Like, I can't describe it no better than that. Like, especially the neighborhood we went to school in, we came up in.
Yeah.
It was like, just coming back, you know, and I lived out the city for a minute, so coming back and seeing how fucked up it was like, yo, I want to do something, you know. I'm a doer, I'm a creator, and it was like, what can we do? It was like, yo, let's get in this, you know, let's get in the hood. Let's
I mean, I understand where the passion coming from that same neighborhood and knowing what it looked like when we was kids running around the neighborhood and knowing what it looked like today. Yeah. So, you know, and I'm one of them people that look at and say, "Ah, man, ain't nothing I can do about this." You know?
Right.
It's too much.
It's
You know
nothing
what I
I can
mean?
do about
It's
this.
overwhelming.
You know,
It
I can do
is.
something, but it got to be somewhere else. But it always take people to say, "Nah, I can do something with this." You know what I'm
But you
saying?
know-
And that's what I commend about this brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, my camera.
that's what
crooked
really
in the
fueled me too. Like people saying I can't do it and it couldn't be done. It was like, cause I'm working on, you know, these suburban houses, these nice builds and stuff like, and I'm kicking it with them. Like that was my first idea, was try to get some guys that's professional as myself and like, let's go to the neighborhood, you know, let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
Like, nope. It ain't gonna work. They not gonna like it. They not gonna. You know, it was just so much negativity, and that fueled me. I'm like, all right. And then I thought about it. They ain't even from there, so what they really care?
They don't have no
Right,
energy.
right.
They
It's all
don't stay
about
there.
money,
They
right?
ain't paying taxes there. They kids, they going to school here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they ain't really care. So that fueled me. And when I came to the neighborhood, it was like me being in music and building the stash house was super dope because I had, you know, already had an army. I had a movement, and it was like switching, you know what I'm saying, those bodies to something positive, and that was the dopest thing. So it really wasn't no pushback, you know what I'm saying? But the Stash House put so much community work into the neighborhood too, you know, through music, through fashion, or through all the just giving back we did, and, you know, through sports, through, you know, fashion. Like, we did a lot in the neighborhood. So when I reached out for help, you know, we had over 100 people come to that block, and it was like, it still blow my mind. Like, people be like, I can't get 5 people to do nothing. You know, people like, I can't get 2
You
people.
be
I'm like,
surprised.
we had over like, for sure over 100. I counted, like 50, 55 when we was writing them down and counting them. I just stopped counting them and just started just appreciating everybody and just giving thanks to the community, because it's like,
Put a ring on that.
yeah, this our company, man. Yeah, and that's why our slogan is building our community, you know what I'm saying, and raising our youth, because it's our kids, our community, and our future, man. So it's like, as long as we keep doing it together, like, so thank you all my supporters, all the volunteers, all the investors. Like, we just getting started, but the impact is just so real. That's why I think it's growing as it's growing. So keep all the hate and negativity. Let me go back to what we was talking about.
I know,
All the
that's
daughters said Detroit ain't gonna come back. Keep saying it. Keep all that negative shit, because I want to prove y'all wrong. So keep letting me know what y'all want to hear, you know what I'm saying, and what y'all want to see. And like, I'm gonna show y'all what we got, and that's what I'm on right now. And it's fun, man. I'm out there with the kids, man. They dope. The kids dope as shit. I want to say that, man. Shout out to
They the future, like,
Shout out to the youth, man, for real.
Yeah, some of them dope. Some of them got dope.
yeah, they know so much.
Yeah.
Some of them got dope.
Yeah,
Those
so
are the ones we trying
they
to get
lost,
to.
man. A lot of them lost, for real. Like,
Some of them got dope. We trying to get to those.
They
a
know
lot
so
of them
much.
lost.
Yeah, that's true.
Our culture, man. So I want to talk about that too. We can talk about anything.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that too. But you know, I want to keep going into this for a minute. Like, I want to know what's. You know, I heard you say growing up here and seeing how it is, that's what sparked you, and I can understand that sparked the thought. But what sparked the action though? Like, what put the brain power to paper to action?
God. That's it.
Put a ring on that.
God. If you want to hear the story, I'll tell the story. But it's all God.
It's a podcast. What do you mean?
I know y'all want to hear the story.
Y'all know the story. What do you mean?
I like to be wanted. Y'all want to hear the story? No, for real. It was God. It was I was on my music grind heavy. Like we we's in boardrooms like this, about to sign paperwork and get a deal and all that type. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just being on the grind. Like really, I'm really from the streets. I'm really from the projects. I lost my mom and dad in the projects. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm really him. So it's like I was on that mode strong. Like we music. I'm traveling. I'm in the clubs. Like this life. I'm like, and I'm set to do it for far on out. Mm-hmm. And it's like 2017, 18. I had a mishap with the building and the owner that we was renting out. Had the studio at. Got into a car accident, lost my car, you know what I'm saying? So I had to sit in the house for a minute. And so, like, he took away my mobility and he took away the thing I love, which was the studio at the time. It was like, so he just had me sitting down. And it was really like, man, what you gonna do next, you know? So I meditate a lot. So I was just meditating, just, you know, just finding my energy, you know what I'm saying? And I just heard him. He like, you know, get the youth, you know, build this school, like teach. And it was just coming at me so many different ways. I didn't really understand it until like I started searching for it. Mm-hmm. So that's something else I want to tell people. Like, you can manifest or you can have anything you want. You got to search for it. You know what I'm saying? So like,
don't just wait for it to come.
Don't wait for it to come. Like, go get it. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard the voice or the call and like I searched for it, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? What is you saying to me? Like, what do you want me to do? And like, we built our first studio in 2012 on 7 Mile. So it's like, I thought he was talking about that. You know, like it was a positive impact. You know, I got kids that's grown men now that's own their own studios, own their own. Shout out to 44 Entertainment. Shout out to 36 Vision Studios. We did so much in the city with music and kids and, you know, people growing up. Shout out to everybody. I don't want to miss nobody's name, but all these little companies, not even little, all these big companies come from these little kids that I had at the studios. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I'm like, this what you want me to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I really had to go search for what he wanted me to do. And it was like, I went back to school that year. And when I went back to school, it was for construction, because I always loved construction, too. So when I went back to school, it was like, what you go give the kids, you know? Like, I'm a rapper core. I'm a straight hip-hop fan. Like, I love music. Like, I'm the guy that you send to people when people try to downplay music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to make you love music after you talk to me. Like, after you sitting down with me. So it's like, that's another challenge for me. Oh, you rapping? Like, I'm supposed to be a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the rapping lawyer.
They like, he with this, you think you want music? So it's like, I always had to defend that. So it was like, it was hard for me to let that go. So it was like, but I felt it. It was like I said, it was God. It was like I felt like, what can you teach these kids, you know? So it's like, do I keep want to put them on this path? Now I'm about to bring it all together. So I say that to say, like, I was sitting at these tables with these deals that were slave deals, you know what I'm saying? And by me being smart and supposed to be a lawyer, I knew what they was putting in front of me. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I love music so much, but I can't send these kids to the plantation, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really how I looked at it. That's where my power and my energy come from, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the hip-hop plantation.
That's what it was. Like I said, I always want to free my people, and it was like, how can I really free y'all? And it was like health. So that's why, you know, I got into the health over death movement. I started that 2016, you know. That's why Superfood is so dope. Shameless plug. Superfood, 7 Mile. So, you know, I got into that, and it was like, okay, I want to teach, you know. So I started training. Like, I changed my daughter and all my kids, like, you know, they boxing, and, you know, we had kiddie boot camp. Like, I was really into that, like, strong. Wow. Like, yeah, we was going hard. And then it was like, what else? Like, knowledge, like freedom, like passive income, like, you know, just things I knew that was freeing me. It was like, oh, these kids need that. So I ain't just about to keep telling them to rap, you know what I'm saying? Right. Rap, like rap. Like, but I could teach them to do other things. And it was like, would teach them that. And I was really just on like, man, do everything. So I started fashion, you know, I put the clothing line out. Like, and I want to tell y'all something like this dope too. Like, we on a podcast. I do a lot of interviews. They don't let me talk because they think I'm too enlightened. but it's like,
mic here for sure.
Yeah, it's like when I did the clothing line, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just do everything, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I printed those shirts. So for everybody that got the original Stash House gear, like, y'all really holding on to something now, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really going to be worth something. It's really going to be valuable. So hold on to that, because it's like, I printed those shirts. Like, I learned how to print myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my first couple, y'all paid, but it was like, yo, do it. Like, get it done. Like, it costs you too much, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I wanted to do fashion, so I'm designing the clothes. Like, I'm cutting them up, I'm stitching them, I'm buying zippers. Like, so I'm really designing these clothes myself. But I'm telling y'all, I'm buying it like that because y'all giving me the money. Thank y'all for all the support. Y'all bought it, y'all loved it. We went hard. The rebranding coming, we coming back with our new gear. But that was my whole thing, just like, you know, always do something. So I was just like, man, what you can do? Like fashion, like I'm an engineer. Like I started as a writer, just rapping, you know, then now I'm an engineer. Like I record people. So there's a lot of artists that been recorded by me. There's a lot of artists been produced by me. A lot of artists that got beats that I made. It's like so much thing. Like I was just growing. I was just like, yo, I just want to be the best. And it was like, the best what? And I was like, yo, you made in his image. So I want to be a god. You know what I'm saying?
There you
And
go.
like that's where King Yadee come from. And like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and it wasn't just me talking shit, and I love to talk my shit. So it's like, that's why I told bro, I'm gonna go out there and talk my shit, because they gonna let me talk it. But it's like, it's like, I did my research, you know what I'm saying? So like, my people, you know, I go all the way to Egypt, you know, so I go to Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and if you know the story, where the Hebrew people come from, is like, so I went all the way to Jacob, so I know I'm a son of Jacob, and I come from the tribe, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we kings, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's where King Yadee come from, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a king. I am a king, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me nothing. But it was like, don't just say it. Like, do it. You know what I'm saying? So do that shit. So, like, you know, I started with the kids. I started with my kids. Like, if you ask me what I do best, I'm a father. You feel me? Like, if you ask me, like, what do I do best and what I, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a father. I wish, listen, this car put a ring on it. Listen, y'all can come wife me up right now. I would stay home. Y'all can go to work all day if y'all want. I would stay home with the kids all day. Like, I'm about that right there. Like, that's what it is, you know. But, like, I just wanted to be the best, you know, the best version of God, you know what I'm saying, on earth as it is in heaven. And like when I start like getting into it, yeah, I'm gonna talk my shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he made me, I am his son, like. And Facebook be blocking me, Instagram, they all
you
block
already
me.
know
You
they block you when you start.
Listen though, I love everybody. Thank y'all. Listen, look, Fox 2, XYZ7, CW20, like all y'all CBS, like all y'all CNN call me, A&E. We got some. I'm praying too. We got some with A&E cooking up.
Cool. We getting exclusive.
Yeah, y'all getting exclusive. I'm gonna give y'all. Listen, because I be keeping a lot of stuff secret. Cause like my man, I ain't gonna put him on blast. He might be behind the camera, but like I'm calling the producer. Like the producers say, like we can't trust a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? They just want to use us a lot, and when they figure out they can't use you how they want to use you,
My name Miles.
They have
so you can say I said it. It's like,
have a term
you know
for
what
that.
I'm saying? So like I do
culture vultures.
Yeah, I get a lot of offers. I get a lot of contracts, man. I get a lot of stuff on the table, and it's just like, just by me knowing who I am, how strong I am, you know what I'm saying? I turn a lot of stuff down. So I don't like talking about a lot of stuff. I'm gonna talk about this because I want this. So A&E, I gotta I ain't gonna talk about too much. They might kick me up, but
Right.
A&E got something that works for your boy, and you know it's gonna turn into some big things if we get it. But they do got me going up against a couple of people. I was in a contract for a year. I'm out now, so I'm gonna talk about this. So I was in a contract to have my own show, and we going to talk about this. And
Talk about it.
if y'all watch TV, I'm not even promoting these guys, but it's two guys that's not from Detroit, that's not black, saying they bringing our neighborhood back one block at a time. I've been doing that.
Don't that sound weird? Like,
You feel me?
I mean, you know, you can look around Detroit, man, just see all the neglected blocks and toe down, you know what I'm saying, areas, and it's all a plan, man. This ain't
But
just,
what I'm telling y'all,
this ain't just like that for no reason.
I was in contract for a TV show that I didn't get, but y'all got a show with my slogan and my idea. That's what I'm telling y'all.
Oh yeah,
You
they
feel
stole
me?
your shit.
You feel me? So it's like
They
I
doing
keep
a lot of that.
Yeah, so I keep a lot of shit
You
in
didn't
rap.
say it.
man.
You said it.
Hey, they stole.
I ain't
Hey,
said
a lot of
that.
my
I
shit
ain't
got
said
stolen.
that.
Hey, niggas
I
is
ain't say
thieves, man.
nothing.
I mean,
But like I said, we here, man. Like I'm from everybody, man. Like I'm strong about my people, but I am God, so I know we all equal. You know what I'm saying? That be y'all trying to box me in. Don't box me in. I love y'all, but you feel me?
Hey, you gotta get out the box.
Yeah,
man.
we gotta do what's right. You feel me?
Get out
So
the box.
I'll say that to say, yeah, A&E. Come on, come holler at your
Let's
boy.
get it. Let's
Do
get it.
right, do what's right. You know what I'm saying?
To put a ring
I
on
need
the
to see
crew
that.
saying you got to
do what's right.
right.
And I want y'all to pray for me. So that's really why I put that out there, man. Because I believe in power of prayer, man. So I put that out there, man. And you got to ask for what you want. Like I go back to search for what you want.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying, if you want that new car or that new jet or that new house, ask God for
My
it.
baby want a PJ. He want a PJ.
And that's important what you just saying, man. Like if
faith without
anybody
works.
hates, faith without works is dead faith.
Yeah.
I say that
Anybody
all the
hating
time.
behind anything you just said, you feel me? They not no seekers because you know you can't just like you say faith without works.
Yeah.
You can't sit here and just not go seek knowledge and expect to know something. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody say they a king and they already done put down on foot on 10 toes where I done did this, did that. You know what I'm saying? This is why I feel this way.
You
can't
see
hate
my
on that.
resume?
Yeah, you can't hate on that. You can't hate on that. 10 toes down. Like I used to say, they done been to Egypt. Like, you know how many brothers could say they done went and see where Jacob came from and realize that they really got blood of royalty in them. You know what I'm saying? Like we so lost, man.
I mean, and that's what
Real
it is,
talk.
and it's that simple. What he said though, just put the footwork in and do it, you know, and like, and that's where my street mentality come from, you know. Like when you really from the streets, you can't just go around and say I do this, like, because if you're around them real ones, like they
gonna
gonna
be like,
test you,
where
you
is
know what I'm saying? Like you'll get tested. So I've been tested a lot. I passed a lot. You feel me?
That's one of the points that I always talk about, like with this Kanye documentary. Like everybody
I
see
haven't
the
seen it
overwhelming.
yet. I got to see it.
I'm
gonna
gonna
watch
get
it
it part
tonight.
3.
They
I
see
gotta-
the overwhelming
I'ma watch
confidence,
that
but they
shit
don't see the other nuances that went on in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that
that
made
man
it
worked
work.
hard.
Yeah, they miss people missing
he
a
worked
whole
hard.
bunch
He
of
done lost his
points.
damn mind. Shit, no, that let you know he done worked hard as hell.
And actually, he didn't lose. I'm gonna tell you
No,
this.
he didn't, but-
he didn't lose his mind. The media make it. I posted something on my page.
sir.
If y'all can go get a chance. See, people gotta remember, and they blocked this part out.
Yes, sir.
He was raised without his father, and he was separated from his father because of his mother. You feel
Right.
me? So that was missing in his life, and his father was a big effect in his life. And so when something like your father's taken away, you're gonna be selfish at some point. And so people miss that whole part.
Selfish ain't a bad
That's
thing.
one of
either.
them, yeah.
No, hold on, listen.
It's not.
No, but that's the reason why he acting like that with them children, because he know what it means when
To
you
have
are
a father.
separated
Yeah,
from your father.
Yeah, boy got PTSD.
Yeah.
No, he don't. Listen,
You don't
From
want to be
separation
without his
anxiety.
family.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
important. Like he know what it cost him for his father not being there. So he don't want his kids to have to go through
Exactly.
that.
yeah, but they only show
or that narrative.
We only see the part with him hyping, yelling, and screaming, right?
Right.
But we don't.
That's when they want to show you.
But we don't see the kid inside of him that's screaming out for help. And I ain't talking about screaming out help for mental, just for like, listen to me.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody here got children.
But-
At some point in time, our child like, you don't believe me? Can you just listen to me?
Listen to me. Right.
And with him, I think it's like a little bit hypocritical what people say about him. Like we watch these movies all the time, and people chase chicks to the airport, and catch trains.
They go to
You
the
know, they got
red
songs
and
they cross
They
in the
go all the way
mountain,
to
lakes,
Hawaii
river.
and crash their weddings.
Listen,
and we
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
But this dude showing you in real life the
And
same
it's
type
like-
of effort,
like that.
and we calling them crazy.
Listen,
He a sucker.
I met
I like that. Yeah.
That's only acting, man. That's called acting.
That's romantic.
I think the dude catch a train in New York, get on the flight, meet her in another country, and break up a
That's
wedding.
love.
I seen a 70
Let Kanye get a crib next door, and he crazy.
I seen a 70-foot ape trying to stick his penis inside a little white woman, and everybody loved that movie. You know what I mean? I'm being honest with you.
That was the movie.
He came from the
King
jungle.
Kong.
King
They
Kong.
took him from the jungle to
Yeah,
the city.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Toured
He
him
traveled,
around.
right?
And so one thing I remember when Kanye used to come here on the Greyhound bus. Okay, he had his MPC wrapped up in like a blanket, and he carried it on his lap. Okay, so he used to go right down 8 Mile Greenfield to R.J. Rice Studios on 8 Mile Greenfield in the Northland Towers. So to see somebody that ambitious, I get it, but for people to call him crazy, That's just blocking the vision of black people having a dream and going for it.
Right.
So everybody else, oh, you crazy if you go for
Put in
that.
that work for
Hey,
it,
they
though.
call Tesla crazy. You see what
Hello?
they doing with his shit now.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've never been excited to have. I'm gonna take a picture with you, Yadee, before you leave, and I don't take a picture with nobody. I'm be honest with you. I don't take a picture with nobody because
It's a
people been keeping me away from him. And I see why, and I understand why.
Okay.
We'll talk about it off
Well,
camera.
guess what?
You go.
Put a
Okay.
ring on it.
Okay.
Brought them powers
Yeah.
together.
That's what it is, man. You just gotta grind.
Sooner or later,
man.
the guys gonna come together.
Fuck what
Feel
they
me?
say about you.
Look at you, babe. Ooh, Grand
Totally
Rising
right.
King.
Totally right.
I'm almost done. That's our next
Who's
guest.
that?
But
Oh,
That's our
yeah,
next
that's our
guest.
next guest.
Oh, haven't seen that guys, brother.
Oh, yeah. But I just like the fact that you are real and you are unique in who you are and you don't apologize for it. You know what I'm saying? And to say, you know, like we all say our communities are bad and we be like, it's so much. We can't do it by ourselves, but why can't you just start?
yeah, you just gotta start.
Because once you start, you're going to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, not everybody.
Well-
I done seen some starts and they ain't done yet.
But
They got decided on having a house.
It's a church on. It's a church
but
on.
you
Woodward.
Is that mine, Woodward?
But you're right though. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
my
Get the
mama church.
momentum going. You get it going, and then hey, hopefully it go down here where you know it's just a snowball
Yeah.
effect. You
But
just
what
keep
I
it moving.
think it is people see that. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not for everybody.
And that activates something in other people. And they like,
That's
you
true.
doing it. And
Yeah.
then people see you on the news
does.
when you get interviewed and they like,
It
oh, well, the
does.
city not that, you know, how the image
It
of
does.
Detroit is
It does.
already.
You
So they
say-
see you and they like, oh, he's such a nice
You
young
say,
man.
You got
In
the
the
smallest way.
Giving
You,
back. And it's like you putting out another image that everybody ain't like that. Everybody is not out to bang bang shoot 'em up. Everybody is not that. You know what I'm
go.
saying?
No,
And that's
but
the
you know,
image.
that's we stereotype, man. That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to. Like, I got flicked the other night. Cop pulled me over. This Negro come to my car. White guy. Nigga come to my car and
said
say,
white.
yeah, because it's a lot of Negroes. It could be black, white, purple. It's a lot of Negroes out here. So he come to my, this motherfucker asked me, when was the last time was it a gun in the car? I said, no, it's no gun in here. He gonna say, well, when was the last time one was in here? I said, man, if you don't get the hell away from me, bro. Like, what they got to do with anything at this very moment? And if I had a gun in here yesterday, it would have been legal. Like, so what is you saying, bro? I can't wait to take this Negro to court.
You be better than me. I'd be like, last time the chief of police was in my car.
That name drop. That name
Yeah,
drop.
like, I'm like, what type of question is that? So, it just goes to say how they look at us, you know what I'm saying? And we got to change the narrative. Like, if you ain't going to get out there and make something better of yourself or your community, like, what the fuck you here for?
Right.
And that's what it is for real. Like for me, like it was that. Like everything y'all saying, like I love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love the bad image. Like when you called me Jesus today, like I heard that like 10 times today. You see what I'm saying?
Why?
Like
Because of what you got in your head? That's what it is. But that boy
listen,
dope,
hold
though,
on,
you
but
know what
listen,
I'm
let me
saying?
tell you something. To them, yeah, but to me, I am my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am, you know what I'm saying? I am his son. So it's like
Boy walking around with the light.
Like,
You got the light, so you got to
Jesus is my brother.
You, know
You feel
what I'm
me?
saying?
But on that though, it's like let's go even deeper. Listen, I love everybody. I love y'all. Peace and love. You know, I'm not with no religion group. Nobody own no ties to me at all. But when y'all rewrote history, y'all wrote it wrong. So it's like when people say I look like Jesus,
Hey,
telling you the
the
truth.
truth, right?
what did he look like? Did he have hair as wolf?
Yes.
Was it scared?
Skin of bronze?
You feel me? Like so, I'm saying
Okay.
like. So that's what I see. Y'all see a turban. Okay, cool. He from Hebrew. He's Egypt too. Me too.
Right.
Right.
He sound like he my brother. We
Sound
both got
like
the same father, right?
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like I went out there to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause when you look at me as the rapper, like, yeah, where the guns at? Where the drugs at? Where the girls at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that's what y'all wanted. Like, so I ain't never been on that. Cause I'm really from that, you know what I'm saying? So that never was like me. Like, go listen to all my music. Listen to my first video. My first bar was I finally made it, but I ain't wanted to be famous. I did it for businesses and corporations. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my first song I ever put out to the world. Like I'm telling y'all, like it's a stepping stone.
Right.
It's a tool for me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, but I know what we can do and where we come from. So it's like you got to put that image out there for them because they go keep pulling us over. Yes, they go keep shooting us. Yes, they go keep locking us up. Yes. We know that is out here, right? How do we change the narrative? By changing the narrative.
Exactly. You cannot change nobody else, but you can definitely
like, you see
change
what I'm saying?
yourself.
So like, I know exactly who I am, where I come from, but I didn't even give him the pleasure to even try to catch me up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
That's how I feel.
And, like, I'm about to put. Look, I've been faithful to my girl 7 years. Okay, now one girl shot slid in her DM, text her,
Okay.
Man, that's so much power
fucking took
right
her
there.
out, flirted with her,
You
or
better-
nothing. You
you
see what
better
I'm
stop.
saying?
That's
It's
so
like,
much power right there.
yeah, man, it is discipline, but it's like, what do we want? You feel me? But like
She
what
got
she
that
said,
No.
that's another subject because I am
dumbass
single
laugh.
right now.
That
I'm
dumbass
single
laugh.
as fuck right now, but you know what I'm saying? But it was like, it was about me. It was like, I want to be that guy. So when I step in a room full of women, I'll be like, let's talk. And she'd be right there. I'll be like, let's talk. Yeah, I pay the
Yeah.
bills. Yeah, I don't work. I got a career. You feel me? I own shit. Yeah, I take care of her and the kids. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I want to talk that shit.
Yeah.
You gotta stand. You feel? I'm from that thing. I want to talk that shit. Y'all ain't about to put me in there and clown me. You feel me? I like talking that shit. And the same thing when I be with them other folks. Like, yeah, they got old my shit. Yeah, I got the bank
Period.
account. Yeah, my credit score above 750. Like,
Boom.
they be talking about shit. You know
Talk
what I'm
that
saying?
shit.
Like, I own my land. I own where I work at, boy.
Rumble, young
you know
man,
what I'm
rumble.
saying? So it's like, you want to change it. That's how you change it. You feel me?
Exactly.
Not saying I want this or I can't. Like, and we always put excuses on them. I heard all the excuses like they blocking this or I can't do this or I can't get hurt. I was a felon. Y'all heard what I said? I was a felon. Mm-hmm. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? So like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I've been to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, I've been homeless. You feel me? I lost my parents at the age of 5.
Right.
You feel me? So I don't even know what love is or what a fucking real relationship look like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but those excuses that I hear our black people in our culture and our community use.
Right.
And that's why I want to be on TV. That's why I do what I do. It ain't even about, like I said, no fame at all. It's like, when you see me, you can do it. Like, you can get to it. Like, stop looking at that image that they rewrote.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And y'all try to stand up to that when y'all got a Nate Starworth right next door to y'all, Alonzo Starworth right next to y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all got good black men in the community. And guess what? We don't get treated right, so we leave that motherfucker. We don't do nothing there. Basically, you know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
just the truth, basically. But I know a lot of men that go shovel snows or cut grass or make sure that, like, I came up seeing that. So it's like, what made them stop? Y'all treating them wrong. You feel what I'm saying? So like I said, I love all the support I get, and I don't know how I got it or why I got it, but keep it coming, keep blessing me. Like, that's the power. Like, ain't no money. I don't make no money off of this right now. And I'm letting y'all know, like, ain't no, all this is investment, all this is for the future, for the kids. But it's like, ain't no money gonna change me. Ain't no money can even, like, make me, like, look another way of what we doing and what we about to do for our neighborhood. And if I only do it on that block, that's cool. Cause it's like, the information I passed along and the inspiration that, you know what I'm saying, I put in a lot of people
Went further.
went way further already. So right now,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, I'm not done, but right now I'm satisfied. I'm successful. You
Yeah,
feel me?
and that's success.
You feel me?
ain't
That's
about
success
money,
to
right?
me. Yeah,
Right.
it ain't about
change.
money. It
I mean,
ain't
You
about
want to
no
make
money.
some change, you feel me? But you want to make that money, but success is not measured.
But I look at it like
in-
this,
in-
even with
in
money, like, you know,
finance.
like, yeah, I make money, I flip houses. So yeah, let's just keep it real.
Yeah.
But like, when I could take that money and put it right back, you see what I'm
Right,
saying?
it's
Like, you
worth
feel
it.
me? Like, it's way worth than any jewelry we ever bought, any car we ever. I just got rid of my brand new my Chevy. Like, I just got rid
I
of
know.
that. But yeah, I ain't even got a car right now, so I'm really out here like Kanye. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but for real, like, he a genius, man. That nigga ain't crazy.
He is.
But it's like,
Feel like though when you first, you know, like with all this, it's been doing this for years. What did it feel like when you first started getting them real spotlights on you? Because you've been on some real high plateaus over the last couple years. You know what I'm saying? We've been there to witness. So, you know, even as far as the State of the City address had a piece on them.
Oh, yeah,
that was
yeah.
like 3 or 4
yeah,
minutes
shout out to the
long.
mayor. Shout out to the
yeah?
mayor.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to the whole mayor.
That made me
Yeah,
proud to
that's
see
boss
that
shit,
on
that.
TV. You know what I'm saying? The dude from the hood had a whole segment.
Yeah, that
So,
was dope.
Yeah.
you know, even though nothing like that changes you, I know that has to change a certain way or make you feel some way. So how did it feel when the spotlight started coming in that regard anyway?
I'm gonna keep it real. It didn't hit me until this year, till I did the Channel 7 one.
Yeah.
And it was like, and it may be because I did music a lot. Like the first time it hit me when I did the 50 Cent video with Tony Ayo and 50 Cent and Shorty Low. Like they premiered it and he gave me like a spotlight in that boy. So it was like, that's like when I first felt it, when I was like 2011. And then from there, like you said, we just been rolling. But it was like I was doing it for, you know what I'm saying? I was doing it a whole different, I was thinking of it different, you know what I'm saying? But it was like this interview, and I'm going to tell you why, because I had a suit on. And it's like,
I remember when you was out suit shopping.
And it was like, yeah, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And that's like that blue one, that's it. That's
Listen,
it right there.
Like I always buy a suit. Like I said, like I always dress nice, but like every time in front of the camera, I like to keep this image because it's like I reach more people like that. And I reach my people
For sure.
And it was just some reasons it told me like just put a suit on when you do this interview. And like when I sit there and watch that interview, like I seen it change. But I also seen the block was done. You know what I'm saying? Because all the other interviews had like when we was working on them or like the process of it. Like this interview actually shown like the corner done. You know what I'm saying? And me walking down the block in a suit, like the same block you know what I'm saying? So it's like that would hit me right there, like yo, like oh.
Because that's the progression.
And that's what it was.
And it's gonna be continuing to go up.
And this one, I think probably did like I don't know where it's at now, but it's probably like 300,000 views, and it was like over 2,000 comments, and it was like just all positive comments. You know what I'm saying? It was just like just beautiful, man. It was like I went back to the Project Kid, like yo, like you did this. You know what I'm saying? So like yeah. So right now, like. Now I know, like, okay, you can do. No, I'm back, like meditating, refocusing, because like now I'm like, yo, we like what we doing now, like you know what I'm saying? Like now I'm on some president shit now, like real talk, like I'm like I was some real shit. Like a lot of people have said mayor, but I don't want to get at that right now. But listen. I'm meditating wherever he put me. Yeah, we going.
I told you a long time ago get in there.
Listen, I can't say yes. Nate did tell me to get into it. That was a couple of years ago. We working on it, but it's some stuff like I said, it's some stuff I want to do in the community, and it's like I never seen them people in our community. You know what I'm saying? Really. So like I don't want them to take me away from what we doing. Like I need some. Some schools. I need some rec centers.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah, I need some businesses that we can own, so we can circulate that money in our community. Like
exactly.
So, yeah. I want to make some real improvements first, but I am thinking though, like I'm thinking president for. I'm thinking president. And remember y'all heard this too, 20,000 like you feel
remember
me?
When
like,
he said he was gonna be president?
Right here. Put a rig on this show for real. Like, yeah, cause like I said, you search for it, you can get it, man. Like you can go get it. Like ain't nothing stopping me for real.
Work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pivot a little bit. I heard you say you single now.
What you mean you single now?
Man, listen.
So
I mean, it says put a ring on it, so we can.
That's why I said we could talk. I'm talking about everything. Listen,
a little bit.
We talk about everything because I'm with it, and it's like, let's talk about mental health too. Then we gonna get into that. So it's like the reason I'm so open now is because you carry a lot of stuff in, and it's like it gave me mood swings. You know what I'm saying? It give you depression. You know what I'm saying? It give you like a little bipolar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so, it's like. That be come from me hold too much stuff in, you know what I'm saying? Then like in our community, the black man, that's what we taught. That's what we gotta do. That's what, I'm saying, we toughen up. Like
exactly.
I'll dead ass be kicking it to somebody about something I'm going through, and it's just like, oh, you all right, bro? You straight? Oh, you good?
Like,
right.
Get over it.
Right.
Like, what?
Right.
I'm about to roll this up for you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it was like, I did therapy. I did therapy since a kid, but it was like, I did it when I was older, and it was like, just talking it out, just be it. So like, I kick it with my brothers. I kick it with anybody. Don't be at the store that I'm going through. So like, I just kick it with anybody just to get it over. And it was like, I figured out that it was helping people more than it was really helping me. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, so I just like talking about everything now, man. So yeah, we got to be open, and I guess that's what I'm telling my black man. Like, just talk to anybody, man. I don't even give a fuck what they think or what they, you know what I'm saying? Like, the last resort is you hurting yourself or hurting somebody around you. Just talk it out and let them feel how they feel.
Yeah, mental illness is real.
It is.
Real talk.
And I ain't gonna lie, I done seen more crazy shit since 2020.
Yeah.
Like people done put this depression, it's depression, all of this what we going through, the pandemic and all of this.
Damn-demic.
The damn demic. Like I'm telling you, man, I ain't never met so many alcohols in my life.
Oh, I've been met though.
Yeah.
But I will.
Been drinking alcohol. 2020, the stores was
The
empty.
liquor stores never closed.
But the only thing is, it's bad when you see 7-year-olds doing it. So I do understand that. So listen, but seriously. So, no, he had a good point. People that appears to be strong, and we carry weight on our shoulders. Nobody really look at us. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you, I went through a thing where I said, "Where does Superman go when he needs strength?"
There you go.
And no motherfucking body said, "Call me." Mm-hmm. Everybody like, "Oh, pray. Look at your children.
Oh, yeah.
Call upon Jesus." I'm like, he got his own problems. Right. You know what I mean? But I was very serious. I was like, but nobody had the decency or the heart to say, "Hey, bro, call me." You feel me? Because sometimes you just need that call.
Talk it out, right?
You just need that call to let it, so people will understand. Like, I'm human too,
Right.
and I deal with a lot. So I just came out and told people I was depressed for like 32 years.
32 years.
No, seriously, for 32 years. My mother died. My mother died in my arms when I was 16 years old. So for 32 years, I've been depressed. I didn't look like it. Nobody ever knew. You feel me? Till two Mondays ago, I woke up and that was the first day I never thought about death. The very first day in my whole life, I never thought about death.
That's interesting.
Congratulations. I'm going to say congratulations. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's a breakthrough.
No, I had to go through the same thing, bro, so I feel you. And that's what I was telling people is like,
Yeah, about to make me cry. Dang.
Don't cry.
Talk about it, man. I'm
so
tired of
much.
talking about rap and goddamn house. Y'all know I can do that. Come see me on the block. But when we go to these platforms, we got to help our people. And it's like,
Sure.
I lose people to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, and by me being on Facebook, I see even more people. So y'all my family on Facebook. So I'm losing a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Not even just talking it out. We just put on. So like 2016, 17, I put a post like, yo, I'm here for everybody. Yeah, but I start showing that side of me too, just to make them open up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like just show them that. Like it was something I never did before.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not too approachable, but you still want to be approachable.
Yeah, you still.
Craig, you're a comedian, right? So everybody think you should be laughing giggles every time they sing.
Funny.
Right?
I mean, I swear to God.
Right. They know you saying it right, but that's what I mean.
But that's
So,
what people think.
Comedy is tragedy.
Right. So just imagine.
It is.
Comedy is tragedy.
We live like that all the time. People come up and put all this shit on us, and then like, all right, thank you, bye.
Yeah, I go on stage. I do my stand up. Like I literally switch mode. You know what I'm saying? Like who I am sitting right here right now ain't
not the
Capone
same
on
Capone
stage. You know what I'm
stage.
saying? It's like I literally switch mode. No matter what I'm going through. Now I could have had a death in the family and
You
still
gotta
got to go up there and do my show. You know what I'm saying?
Compartmentalize it to get into that mode.
And that's how I keep myself, you know what I'm saying, going every day is because mentally I got rooms where I put shit and they be on shelves. I might have a fucked up day and that's because something in the room mentally fell off the shelf. You feel me? And I got to go back in there and straighten that shit out.
But I think
Mentally,
men
feel me?
have to do that, or they feel they have to do that, but women don't have that same.
Because y'all got a support system.
Because we
Y'all
can
got
just,
girls. Y'all
when
gonna
I'm
talk.
mad, I don't compartmentalize nothing. He's gonna get all the wrath of why I'm mad, whether he made me mad or not.
And that's
You know
what I
what I'm
love
saying?
about
Like,
female, like, and she right.
I
She
don't
true
hold
to the
nothing in
game.
there.
It's
I don't
like
hold none of that.
we just don't understand or we don't get that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just not about to go to, like, I do it now, you know what I'm saying? Because I figured out, like, that's what you got to do. But, like, we just not about to go to the homie or just go, you feel? We be scared to tell y'all stuff because we don't want to go through it with y'all. So we hold a lot of stuff in with our, you know what I'm saying, with our
Lady,
with our partner. Like,
this lady said something on Facebook or I don't know, social media, and it made me so sad because it was so true. She said that most men don't receive flowers until the day they die
You see
on their
what I'm
funeral.
saying?
And she said it made her so sad, and she went and bought her son flowers. She said,
I ain't
I
got
don't
no
want that to
flowers
be
in a minute.
the first time you get flowers is on your funeral
yeah,
day.
man.
And I was like blown away. I was like,
That's deep.
I'm about to send all the men I know flowers. Like I was like, that's crazy. It's true.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, we gotta
That's deep.
listen. and I love women. So when I want to say something, I don't want to get chewed out.
Mental illness, but
So I started with that just to say I'm going to share my side of my bad relationship. It was a great relationship. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, dang, it was bad.
No, I'm sorry. The bad of my relationship. Let me say that. The relationship was great. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was great. It was awesome. But we was talking about the mental illness and like, you got to get it off. So that's where we just want to let all the brothers in the community know, like, we got to listen. The women switched over. They want to work. They want to be strong. They hooping now. They play football now. They doing everything now, and we give them that. You know what I'm saying? Like, real men get y'all that. I get y'all that. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but what do we adapt from the women? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us don't adapt anything from y'all at all. So it's like just me living with a woman showed me how to be like emotional or open up or start talking more and showing that. And a lot of it is like, either vulnerable. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause a lot of us ain't have parents, or a lot of us ain't have a dad, or a mother was single mother, so she was strong as shit. So you got a strong mother, or you ain't have a mother. Like, we lost when it come to like the thing that's natural to y'all. You see what I'm saying? So
right, the
like,
nurturing.
Yeah. So it's like that's a lot we can learn from them, and it like we try to look from it in grandma or in mother, but like it's in our lady. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's right who we with, and y'all too strong too. I'm gonna say that. That's what I was.
I remember you said that.
I'm gonna get the good part out, but like a lot of y'all too strong. So it's like, man, nigga ain't break it down to y'all opening it up, man. Y'all be tripping, bro.
Right.
Like y'all
talk
be
about you too.
But it's not even about.
We don't know what it's about. We
lost. Being strong. It's kind of like a default sometimes. Like, you don't have a choice when there is no counterpart to help balance out a life, and it's just you doing for you.
Yeah.
You have to.
But when you go let that go, when you got a good man,
let it go, baby.
That's
It's
what I said.
gone.
Okay,
Just let it go.
it's not fun talking to her because it ain't even fun talking to her because she got I know I'm man right here.
Hey,
but
she real because she hears the same thing from me.
Nah, it was like
go ahead, boss.
Me and Matt, like me and my relationship, like it was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like. And I guess it too. I'm gonna say my fault. She ain't here to defend herself, but it's like when I settled down, and like I already settled down. It was like that time in my life. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like I came off a high of chasing a music career. Like, so I'm like, yeah, I want to settle down. Like, that's what I was on. So really, that's what the discipline came with me, not cheating or not looking for nobody else. Like, I found her. Like, it was a hard time finding that, but it was like we did live a certain life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. Yeah, when I found my purpose and my passion, it was like, that did open up a new person. I guess it, you know what I'm saying? So when I became this new person, it's like I switched up on her, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I guess it, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
well,
we lost each other in the midst of the switch up, you know what I'm saying? And this just coming from my side, you know, but knowing who I am and what I did is like, where did you lose yourself at? You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes that
or
happens.
Did you find yourself? Maybe
right. It was growth. I don't feel like it was a switch up.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just saying, from my looking in, I feel like it was a grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think so too.
My values and what I deem important has changed, and that's what happened as you get older.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you're doing, you just change, and that's the part about growing in love and continuing to love a person. You have to be willing to adapt to the change. It's inevitable. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know who she is. I don't even like her. You grew up and you still want to stay the same. I'm trying to get on a whole nother page.
That's what happened.
Yeah. Hey, we deal with that in our culture, and that's why I said it's not cool. We had a blast, but it was like, man.
I'm saying
two ships passing, man.
Ultimately, that's what it is. What ultimately said that, all right, this was enough.
Was it you that said, you know what?
She left me. So she left me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it out there. She left me and she needed some time. Right? She said I needed some time. Okay, cool. I ordered to go. She left me, right? So I gave her the time. You know, I'm thinking, a weekend, a week.
Right. A weekend. You gonna have a little weekend with your girls.
Go do what you gotta do. I see you somewhere. Like,
go.
yeah, a month go by. I check in. You feel me? Like, a month. So I'm like, what the fuck? So it's like going into my second month, I'm like, all right, I'm trying to just fix it now. Like, all right,
What you want me to do?
there you go. So that's month 2.
Shit getting dry out here.
There you go.
Bro.
Listen, by month 3 came around, I'm like, nigga, you tripping.
Yeah, she gone. Nigga, she gone.
Like, so you really just not. Oh, so that's what we do?
Are you tripping? And it,
She gone.
yeah.
What's up, Stink?
Gone, bro.
Why you acting like that, Stink?
That dude is hilarious.
You gotta laugh
Nah,
about that shit,
it
man.
was just
It's an eye opener right there.
no real shit though. Like, just gonna help somebody. Like, I'm just like, you feel me? And then I'm still being good. Like, I ain't even let nobody in because it's like, cause I'm like, you know,
My girl
like,
coming
You
back.
had hopes.
yeah, because it's like, all right, knowing who I am to make it from where I made it, you know what I'm saying, to be able, but I'm gonna put it on the flow. Like, I moved us in our house, you know what I'm saying, so we got rid of that bill, you know what I'm saying, I paid off the car, so it's like we got rid of those bills, you know what I'm saying, it's like, so it's like,
Debt free.
yeah, you feel me,
That's
so
my
like,
goal in life.
move it, there you go, so moving us into, you know what I'm saying, that type of lifestyle, it was like, all right, but it takes a lot of hard work, grind, and dedication, you feel what I'm saying, so I know she felt the attention slipping and not being there, you know what I'm saying.
And that was my next thing I was gonna say. Like, you know,
Yeah.
women require a lot of.
They
attention.
do, you feel me, but
and it's hard to give
That's
it when
my
you on the
love
hustle.
language.
Yeah.
That's
You
my
know, the hustle
love
is hard to
language.
that's what
give.
she told me. See,
That's
I'm
my
like,
love
I'm not gonna
language.
compete with no fucking
Yeah.
book,
See, man.
no fucking feeling and
Five
the shit
love
y'all
language.
read and y'all watching
Right.
TV. I'm like,
And believe in it.
They
can't compete with that shit.
They be
I'm out here
on
doing
something
real
different,
shit,
man.
And believe in it too.
And they believe in it. And I'm getting
I
in trouble.
absolutely believe in that. Your love language is. We can't say that right now.
We got it.
We'll talk about that
Oh,
after
wait,
the
yeah,
Strip
what is it?
clubs and chicken
What
wings,
is
nigga. That's
it?
your
Is it food?
strip
No.
clubs and chicken
Niggas some
wings.
food.
That's your love language.
And
Well, he
And
do like
Hennessy.
chicken wings
but
and cognac.
you want to know what's funny though? Like going through this whole drive. So we've been together like 7 years. So like
That's a long time.
that's a long ass time.
That is.
To,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
even
yeah,
get back out here to
that's a
even
10
talk to
years.
different
Common law
females.
marriage.
That's
Yeah.
a 10 year.
Yeah, we married. That's what I told her. I'm like, bitch, we married. No, I'm playing. Yeah, but no, it's like she like when she pulled that move, it was like I need my time, I need my space. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I get that, but it's like, nah, from what? So then I started thinking like where are you running from? Like we've been together so long. Like I am your past. Like what you running from? Like what you got to figure out? Like who hurt you? Like you feel what I'm saying? So like. That,
Make it make
yeah,
sense.
things like that made me say, all right, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, now you ain't just about to keep jabbing at me, talking all this. Is like,
Man, shut
you feel
up,
what I'm
man.
saying? It's like, I can't love you the way you want to be loved, so you leave.
Man, she
like,
put it-
nah.
I will say that because people can love you, but like the way I want him to love me,
Yeah.
he can love. But the way I want to be loved is not what he wants. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
So we have to know what each other's love and receiving
That's what I'm saying.
has
But
to
and,
be.
yeah, but okay, so I hit her with that. But then you hit me with the, well, if you don't know what love is, you never been in love, then how you know my love ain't the right love? And that's when it was over.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah,
Because you asked her a
It was
question,
over.
she answered.
It was like,
because now you put me somewhere I
like-
can't even defend that shit.
I can't reach the mic.
What is a woman?
I might can't even go to that place.
Right,
Like,
what?
why we here now?
And not only that, that's creating you know what I'm saying, like a insecurity in your own self
Yeah.
to be like that.
That's
Am I
true.
capable of
There you-
motherfucking love?
So I said that. Yeah, let's talk
That's
about
true.
it. Because I said that.
You
And
know
I
what I'm
told her
saying?
that. Like, I had to, thank God I was King Yadee, but it was like, I see why guys, you know, off they stuff and do crazy things. Because it's
Guys
like,
can't take that
they
kind of
can't.
love.
And it was like,
that's
but it was like, you know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
go Kanye, huh?
They go
look at
Kanye.
Kanye. That's why I said the guy in the G.
But you know what?
Like,
When you go back, you look at your kids though. Feel me? If you done raise kids, you know what I'm saying. That's the ultimate love. I mean, I don't know no more love. I don't know if you can love nothing more than something you
Yeah.
give birth to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, a kid. You know what I'm saying? If you did great with that, that just shows you capable.
yeah,
You
and
feel me?
that's what I'm
That's a
saying.
Everyone
different kind
here-
of love, though. I
everyone
feel
here-
like.
I mean, it's a different kind of love, but it is love.
It's woman,
nonetheless.
bro.
You feel what I'm
Listen,
saying?
that's why I ain't want to get in
Hold
trouble
on.
with y'all, so I said my
It is.
piece.
All right,
It's
hold on. Listen,
women,
strong,
dog.
bro.
Listen, hold on.
It is. It's your.
Hold on, before we go deeper, because we got our guests, we're gonna have to tap him in because I'm
Right.
sure, you know, he has his own opinion on a lot of stuff. So before we get deeper, we can hop
can
right
drink
back
now.
in
Let's
it.
drink.
Yeah, we can hop
You
right
got it
back
off
in
your
it.
chest, fuck it.
Minute, we're gonna
I
pivot.
need my
We're gonna
cup
pivot
refilled.
for a second.
Cup
You know what I'm saying,
running
and then come back
Refill
together.
it.
So, like we said, this is our first double header that we got today.
Double.
So, you know, put a ring on that.
How are you?
We got our next guest to the show, Mr. Well, I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but this is a guy that we met a few months back. Everybody know we're in the process of opening a new store over off 7 Mile in Livernois area. This is my first point of contact over there and getting that building, and the guy who put together the deal for me to get the building. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but that's just a little background on him in commercial real estate in the city. I also seen this guy a long time ago. I was in like a Motor City Match or Inspired Detroit class, and I seen him. He was speaking, and I was like, I remember that face, because I don't remember nothing people talking about some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, introduce yourself.
Marcel Pearl. I'm with Encore Real Estate. So I am 2 phases, commercial real estate broker. We do commercial sales and leasing. I kind of specialize in Detroit, in the neighborhoods and that kind of stuff like that. And the other one is just like small business consultant to a certain degree. I don't really do it as much as I used to, just because we got some other stuff going in the works.
Yeah.
But yes, commercial real estate is all I do. Literally all I do. We do retail, and we can get. I don't know how nuanced you want to get. We want to get with that, but retail, commercial real estate is what I specialize in.
Absolutely.
Okay, now tell us how you jumped into that. And I know Yadee over here listening. Good too. If you haven't met Yadee or seen
I know him. Why we ain't never met before? But
Okay,
I know
or
him.
seen him.
Sure.
That's what he into too. So give us a little background on how you got into it before we hop right back into these.
How I got into commercial real estate. So I try to keep it. I try to keep it short. So when a couple of years ago, I had me and my wife. We ran a commercial cleaning service for years.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And we were doing that, and cranking out.
Cleaning buildings.
Yep, cleaning buildings.
Offices.
We had like 12 commercial buildings throughout Oakland County. We were doing that for a long time, and then we was getting burnt out because it was just us. And I had kind of thought about getting my real estate license for a long time, and I actually just ended up going to do it. And everybody, when you get your license, you think you're gonna sell houses. Everybody think they like, I'm gonna crank these houses.
Right. Got my shit.
So when in that process, you gotta find a broker and all that. I ended up finding a broker. My vision for what I wanted to do wasn't meshing with that broker at the time, and they had an office downtown, and I was like, this is where I want to be. I want to do all my deals.
Right.
This is what I want to do right here. Like I'm in my brain, I'm still thinking apartments, but like the condos and stuff downtown and all that. So whatever, I remember she handed me a list, and I ain't knocking nobody who go this route, but she handed me a list, and it was like 20 houses. They was all like $20,000-$25,000, and I was like, and I'll start doing the math, like the commission on it. Like,
What is this?
I'm gonna get to where I need to go. Like, mind you, I stopped my cleaning business only because I was burnt. It wasn't like we was doing bad. So I'm trying to like replace good income.
Right.
I know that's
Right. Yeah, I know how that goes.
You know what I mean?
okay.
So, like, I'm like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Like, we need some better leads than this or whatever. Anyway, long story short is, I started looking for a new broker. In that time frame is, you looking for new brokers. Nobody was really standing out. And I remember the Cranes put out this article. It's called like the 20 or 30 people that know in real estate. And
Here in Michigan?
Basically for Southeast Michigan.
Okay.
I don't know if everybody read Cranes. Cranes is like probably the best business newspaper magazine we got in our area. I called everybody on that list. Just like, I didn't have no purpose. I was just calling, trying to get anything to shake. Like, tell me what I should be doing. They like, wasn't really giving me the time of day. It was one lady on there, though, that gave me the game. And she was like, why don't you do commercial? And I'm like, okay, what that mean?
Right.
And she broke it down to me of exactly what it was and how, because, the way you learn real estate, the way we know real estate is from what we see. There's nobody like they look like. It's not a lot of people who look like us who do what I do.
Right.
At all.
Right.
At all. Like, and this was a black woman who told me this too. Like, and it's really, they even, black women, they really underrepresented in the business. But
Yeah, put a ring on that.
but that was the lady who told me about it, and that's how I got. And from there, I started looking into it, and it's a little harder to break into the commercial side of it, just because it's really kind of a more corporate structure to it. Right. So you got to come in. They want you to have degrees. Mm-hmm. They want you to have. You go interview for a residential salesperson, and it's just like you call them and they come interview you. And if you got a good feel, they like, yeah, come on. Really don't. Commercial is totally different. You got to go to interview. You got to set up a appointment. They want requirements, all that. I ain't got no degree, so I was getting turned down a lot too.
So we'll put that foot in the door.
Yeah. So I ended up just like, it was one. I remember the ad. I put it. It was a thing on Indeed, and it was his name was Harry Cohn. He ended up taking a chance on me, and it worked because he was like a trainer at one of the bigger brokerages. You know what I mean? And it just so happened to work, and that's how I got in. And then from there, I was there for 5 years, and then I recently went to Encore 2 years ago, right in the middle of the pandemic, and it's a little bit different because we're more on the investment sales side. Mm-hmm. So again, that's why I don't know how nuanced we want to get, but it's commercial real estate and real estate as a whole is one of the most broad things on the planet. But it can get really nuanced, and that's where I was taught to find your niche and kind of beat the drum.
It really can. I learned a few things going into this different realm of business and building. Like, I was like, when I went in there, talked to Marcel, like, all right, we got a deal. Give me the keys. Like, nah, brother, it don't work like that. You got to go down to the city. You got to do this. You got to do that. It's like, okay.
Footwork,
but it's a good thing, though, knowing, the trajectory of where we want to go. These are things that I need to know. Yeah. So, and these are things that I didn't know.
I did it. I was a landlord. I had a couple damn houses and shit, but I was fixing them up myself, you know what I'm saying? The first property I really bought to like live in, I paid $18,000. Matter of fact, that's what I bid, was $18,120.
You got to do that little weird number on the end.
And I won the bid, okay? And I went in that house, and I was like, I told the dude, I was like, that's for y'all to go out to lunch or something. He was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I fucking won the bid. It was like, I was like,
that's
damn.
Hilarious.
But then I went in there and I paid I gave a guy $12,000 cash up front to, we was about to redo the whole inside. We redid the kitchen, tore the kitchen out, tore out the bathrooms, tore out the floor. But you run into a lot of bullshitters. Like, people will make you spend your money and waste your fucking money. You know what I'm saying? And
those contractors get your money and don't never come back.
I gave him $12,000 up front. He started to work. I ended up giving him $22,000. That's what he told me he was gonna charge me to. But this Negro wanted to build a brick wall because he was a brick mason. He wanted to build a brick wall in the dining room, and I swear to God, that was where most of my fucking money went, in that stupid ass fucking wall. You know what I'm saying? But when I redid it again, I said, you know what, I'm doing this shit different, my way, and I'm gonna do a lot of the work myself, save myself a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So
sweat equity, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you got to be careful, right? You learn a lot when because you go in there first, man, and you get played. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I wanted to commend, bro, because he said that, like, two things. You said, like, you ain't go to school. Right. And you went up under somebody, so you know what I'm saying, you got like that real life experience, and that's what our kids need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to go to school, but you got to put that real work in because you're going to learn so much. It's like the things he learned on his first flip, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, his second and third flip ain't even going to come up. You know what I'm saying? And, like, that's why I be trying to put into these kids, like, we got to put this work in. Like,
you got to I tell people, if you not going to go to school, you got to put some, you got to put that work. Because it was a lot of head bumping. I'm 36 now, and then I'm in my 6 year of doing this.
Yeah.
But even leading up to that, like my 20s was bumping my head.
Yeah.
You know, like
A lot of phones hung up on you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you gotta-
You calling all these people. They like, no, that's okay. We don't need
It's
you.
crazy, but you know what though? Experience though, like, is really what gets you prepared for this. Because in your
Yeah.
20s, in your 30s, you a better businessman than you were in your 20s.
Absolutely.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? When you get to your 40s, you know what I'm saying? You
I'm
see
a veteran.
like,
You feel
you gotta
me?
take some
Yeah,
chances
it's gonna
too.
run
Though.
into some-
That's
yeah.
the thing.
Well, we
That's
got-
true too.
And-
your
the-
mental state help you, you know, when as you get older. Like for me, I think I had an epiphany every 5 years. Like when I was 25, I was like, damn,
No, we all do
I'm
every
figuring some shit out. When I was 30, I was like, damn. At 30, I'm like, damn, I'm figuring out. But it's like every 5 years, like some chemical in my brain was like, it changed me. You know what I'm
Changed it up.
saying?
Yeah.
And I started looking at things different.
Like him,
Yeah.
I commend them too. Like he said, how many people really read a magazine and people say these the people you need to know?
Right, like he
And
just
he
said,
started
"Oh,
calling
I
them.
thought about that. Start calling them.
It's like I was watching that's like Wu-Tang when they just had the source. They like call all the record labels on here and tell them play the record.
It makes sense. Like, but anything that anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is possible.
Yeah.
You just got to apply your ethics with it. You feel me? Like he said, he just started calling people,
numbers.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
oh.
And that's
Because one
important.
person, even if they tell you no, they gonna give you the game.
And that can change, and that can actually change and propel you in the right direction. You
Right.
feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like what he said, like the last 6 billionaires never been to college.
You say what now?
The last 6 billionaires never been to college.
You
Y'all
gotta
hear
put
that?
the work in.
Yeah, you gotta put the work in.
Before
know what
you
I'm saying?
came, I told them you find what you search for. So that's what it is. And then a lot of people are scared of the journey and the experience, but that's life. You see what I was saying? Like, I do not want to get to the top not knowing how I got here,
Right.
not knowing what I needed to do,
Yeah.
not
To sustain.
experiencing the good and the bad. Like, I do not want to wake up tomorrow and just be wealthy. Like,
And how to sustain it.
there you
Exactly.
go.
That's the most important
You
part.
see what I was
You ain't,
saying?
if you just somebody was to hand it to you, you
Yeah,
see
like-
a lot of a lot of people that I deal with, they got
Handed some shit.
big
They
money.
were born into this.
But no, not even that. It's just you see a lot of people who
They
make
privileged.
the money and then their kids don't want no parts of it,
oh yeah.
right?
Why is that?
Because once they get into it and they feel like what the work was to put into it, they don't want to do that work.
It's a known fact that most people,
It's too much work.
most people,
Work.
the children see
away
they see their mother, father go through the struggle, and that's the part they don't want to go
Just-
through. That's why it's not good to show the children the struggle part about business while you're in business. Just whatever you go through
I
in
agree.
family, you go through in family. But the minute you start showing they angry because something didn't go right at work, at the business, you know what I mean? One thing about children, they don't want to be angry. They really want to be laughing, you know, they really want to laugh and have fun in a sense and love what they're doing. They hate to see their parents arguing about something that have nothing to do with them or the house.
Right. So you said they tend to
And they
shy
don't
away
want the
from
farm.
it. Well,
The kids
They
don't want
don't
the
wanna
farm
take
no
over.
I ain't
more.
gonna lie.
Nope.
My pops, my
business.
pops do upholstery and he's great at it. You feel me? But I ain't never want to do that shit.
I'm the same way.
I'm sorry.
it?
'Cause
I'm the
this
same
nigga
way. My dad was
pulling
a
that
carpenter. I ain't want no
material-
parts of
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Pulling that damn material and stapling it, man, you gotta have some
So what
strong
he's
ass
saying
fingers.
is facts.
So
What,
that's a prime
what he
example.
said is
I'm
a
like,
fact.
I do all
The
that
thing
shit.
you want to make sure is you kind of instill in your kids. I got 4 boys. Well, I got 3 and 1 on the way, to be honest with you.
Congratulations.
He like me. He a boy machine.
Boy.
Is you want them to they don't he right, they don't want to see you argue. My kids hate us seeing us argue.
Yeah, no kid wants
Yeah,
to
they
see
don't want to see you argue.
I mean, if they argue about, you know, I really want them to go on this trip. You know what I mean? Don't
Right.
argue like, hey, why this ain't done? Why we don't have this? You know what I mean?
Right.
Arguing
Yeah.
about money in the household is like the wrong thing to do when it comes to kids because they grow up and be stingy and they believe, you know what I mean?
They grew up.
They don't never
Terrible.
see the proper exchange of love within
That
doing
is
things
so
for each other.
true.
So, but I see y'all be going on trips and shit. You know what I mean? Y'all be taking
Oh
the
yeah,
whole
they be everywhere,
family.
bro. I be like,
Y'all be,
Jesus.
I be like, I can't even go to Belle Isle.
and they still don't act right. I'm breaking up with my kids.
We about to get a divorce.
They gotta woo me back. I'm breaking up with them. I'm too good to them.
He ain't breaking up nothing. He want to plan the next trip right now.
I used to get up in the morning and they be already up exercising. Get on the treadmill. You know, his kids, they like,
Oh, they don't play, honey.
Look at his face.
I would love to sleep in.
The damn treadmill.
He do
working them out.
He be up doing push-ups. He had a baby on his head.
All right, he started already.
do
But
not
that's what
play.
we need in our community, and that's what I was saying earlier about like he right next door. Like
Right.
we need that, you know what I'm saying? No matter where
Yeah.
they go, because I had the same conversation with my homies about my kid. Like I don't really care if they take over my business. I really don't care. My CEO gonna be so good that they don't have to. You see what I'm saying? Like I want them to live free. Like if you want to be an
Have your
artist,
own
if you want to be a
dream.
dancer, if you want to be like whatever you want to be, go
Yeah.
do it. You know what I'm saying? Like
But it do something to you when you're like my daughter said, Daddy, I want to be like you.
oh yeah, I hope. Yeah, I
You know
pray.
what I mean?
I
See,
pray.
want it
I
to be,
pray
yeah.
my son say that. Like
Yeah,
yes, I do.
that's
I
a daddy
do.
dream.
That ain't
I just
necessarily
wanted
a
to-
career.
I just
If you
wanted
break
to-
it, you gonna pay
I just
for it.
wanted to hit this note before we even change the subject.
Go ahead,
like
Capone.
kids, the most important thing to me about children, for real, like you have to give them a foundation. You have to give them a foundation. They got to know about God. You know what I'm saying? They got to have a belief system. You know what I'm saying? And you got to really give them that foundation because when they get older, they're going to stray. If they don't have nothing to come back to, they be lost, man.
There you go.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
ain't lying.
Facts.
They'll go out there and when they bump their head and figure it out, they'll understand that you know what I do got a base, and they'll automatically come back to their foundation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
And
that's
that's
so
the important
true.
stuff right there.
That's the structure of fame. I'm
Yeah.
gonna cut you off. You got something to say?
What I was about to say was going back talking about the Kanye West documentary, whatever it is. It was something in Kanye that I noticed that when he was speaking with his mother, she would give him so much.
She'll pour
confidence.
into him.
She would pour into him,
exactly.
and his confidence level was. And she said, "Oh, you're not arrogant, no, because you are great." Like she just
increased.
overly,
Yeah.
It was almost like it was like, is she serious? Like
But-
she really was into him. Like everything, you can do it.
But
you
that's
can
what
do
you
this,
do when you
can do this.
producing kings. You feel me? Like when you
Yeah.
raising royalty, like you gotta let them know, like nigga, you capable of doing whatever.
But also now
You
that
instill that in them.
now that I
I
know the
think the
story, was
confidence
that part of
is just
was
a
that
big
part
deal.
was that part of her guilt too?
It could have
Is
been.
that part of her
It
gift?
could have been.
I'm being honest
It
with you
coulda
because
been.
she took him from from his father. So
And-
that was
and
like
that part.
Yeah, that's the part. Like I tell people, it's
Always another side.
It's two sides of the story, and then there's just the truth.
The truth, yeah,
You know what I
three
mean?
sides.
Would
Yeah.
you tell it, Miles?
And then the truth of the matter is that woman took him away from something that she know he loved. So now she overcompensating.
Yeah,
For
that's the,
what she
that's the
did.
word I had in
so,
my head.
So what she
Yeah.
what she
So she
did.
created a monster.
She
You,
she
I
I don't
don't
think that's what it was.
No.
I don't know.
not
I
a
think
monster.
because he
And
wasn't
she
like
cre-
that when she was
An
alive.
overachiever.
No, what she did, she created what's that word?
Narcissist.
Resilience. No, resilience. She created
I
resilience.
think she did right with the love, but I could feel you with the over spoiling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that might
once she
do.
went away,
That's where his
I definitely
attitude.
don't think
once
she
she
changed.
passed-
She pumped his head up too much.
I don't think she
Reality
changed
hit.
him a lot.
Yeah, once he passed is when the issues became. I think he became real reliant upon her.
No, that's
From
not
emotion.
where,
That's the spoiler.
That's not where the
Emotional.
issues
That was his
started.
emotional
See, this
support,
the
his
thing.
mom.
He was always acting up, but she might have kept him in check a little bit.
I think
And
he,
then when she died and he didn't have anyone
someone to check him.
to check him,
Oh,
maybe,
right, yeah.
you know
He
what I'm
just went-
saying?
He just all went all crazy.
Yeah,
He went
and I can feel
unchecked,
that.
right. He went
He went
unchecked.
unchecked.
What's your name there, brother?
Marcel.
Marcel. I could really understand where he's coming from because I ain't gonna lie. After my mama died, I ain't give a damn what nobody said because I was at the point like people like, man, you heard what he said about you? I was like, Negro, do you know my mother died in my arms? You think I really care about what somebody say about me?
yeah.
But you could have took that and used it to fuel your negative.
I don't feel
If you had
negativity.
negative, you know what I'm saying?
I don't feel negativity no more.
Yeah.
But everything I did was came off of negative fueling.
Told me the Muslims almost kicked your ass.
Oh, they was about they was about to, but I understood being ignorant when you was a kid, man. Ignorance would go a long way.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
used
I
to-
know some very grown men that's ignorant.
I had a shirt that said "fuck Farrakhan." You know what I mean?
Yeah, he told me that story, man. I was like, dog.
And I walk past the mosque every day.
He
For
taking a
real,
real
that's
chance.
what happened. But I didn't care because I was
they
like,
fucking with me.
exactly. I was like, I'm from Puritan. You know what I mean? And my boys run right up through here, and
You know, that's where we from, baby.
they're a mile away.
But see, did you have you had a foundation though, all the way up to 16?
No, because my mother. People don't understand. The average parent only really spend 3 minutes to 4 quality minutes with their child.
I had a foundation by 14. My mom had kicked my ass so much.
Well, they ain't foundation. They just ass whooping.
That's part of the foundation.
I knew
Let's get to that.
I didn't get beat.
Get to it.
Let's get to
I
that.
didn't get beat.
Because what he says is go fuel a lot of shit I was said earlier.
What
about
about
that shit.
about the minutes?
About the minutes.
Because
and that was my thing about you working or you being
There you
at
go.
home. It's like who
Yep.
raising my kids?
Because
who giving us the
first 8
foundation?
hours of the day.
I feel
goes
I'm
to
supposed
school.
to give it to you.
Right.
God give it to me. I give it to you. You give it to them.
Word.
Am I wrong?
Right. No.
But that's how
you
it's supposed to go.
absolutely
God,
right.
husband,
All right.
wife, and
There
then
we
it
go.
trickles
Okay.
down behind
Okay.
after that.
No,
That's
you
how it
was
goes.
absolutely
Trickle
right.
down.
Yeah, it's God, husband, wife, and then it trickle down to the kids.
The rest of them people
That's
that
how
live
it's
in the
supposed
house.
to
We
be.
did this.
Okay. I'll just back the show.
This what I learned.
That's how it go.
The first 8 hours go to the school, right? And the kids is more influential in your child's life than you are, right?
The teachers, yeah.
The kids.
The
That's
kids.
why
the
that
kids at the
ass
school.
Because
whooping.
they spend more time with
That's
you.
why that ass whooping is important.
No,
They gonna whoop that ass.
ass whoopings teaches abuse, whether you believe it or not. No, it does.
No, it don't.
Especially, I'm just showing you something because with my daughter, 10 years old, right? Now that I read a book and I was like, wow, I don't play with my daughter no more. You know what I mean? Because she's 10, she got breasts. You know what I mean? And now I don't. Then they say just play games with her, like still tickle or wrestle and stuff like that. Man, my daughter's like, Dad, can I stay another day? We had fun. You know what I mean?
So yeah, spending time with her.
We're not just spending time, spending quality, and we talked.
Right.
And most parents don't talk. By the time they come home, you got to fix dinner, right?
Right.
They doing homework, right? They got to be in bed by 8 o'clock, right? You got 30 minutes, right?
Your kids go to bed at 8?
No, yeah, mine.
okay.
Mine's
You
going.
you gotta be able to pull that time away. Like I'm working 60, 70 hours a week or whatever it is.
Right.
That's a lot.
So, like I'm gonna just tell you, this just
You about to be
happened.
dark skinned in a minute. Go ahead.
This just happened. This past weekend we had Daddy Sunday. Where
I think that is so awesome.
where I take one. You
And
can't
just
take.
quality time.
You gotta pull. Like I said, I got 3, but you gotta pull one. You gotta put. You want to do stuff as a family and everybody's a group, but you gotta pull one here and there
That single
to
time.
give them that
Yeah.
time that they need. And we just had a whole day where we just
Right.
we just went like my son is in the like the STEM and Legos and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So we went to did that and then we went out to eat and then just that kind of stuff. Even like we had a talk because he had an issue that came up at school and we had that talk in the car and then we had it when we sat down at 8,
important.
and then that's the experience. My daddy used to do that with me. My dad was a carpenter. He worked at American Axle, and he worked nights. So 11 o'clock he would get off. He would get me out of bed at 11:30 when he got home and take me to the Butterfly.
Oh, dope.
Just cause, and that was I
Butterfly was the
appreciated.
shit.
That was
was the
my as a
shit.
kid.
He used to be
You know,
myself.
See,
I was the only kid in there at midnight though, but it was
That's
fun. But I didn't care.
Hey, I just wanted to, defend myself about the ass whooping part.
Beating
you know
your
what I'm saying?
kids.
It's like, no.
Abusive.
What discipline? Not discipline. I say ass whooping. I mean, I really just mean discipline. You feel me? But I do a lot of talking. I remember my kids is 21 and 19 now,
They ground.
and talking was. I had to talk so much before I even said, you know what?
This is the ass.
Yeah, I'm tired of talking.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Because when they be looking like this,
because they know what, you know what I'm saying? And then
rolling their
discipline
ass.
without explanation only leave a kid confused.
very
Yeah.
true.
You feel me? You gotta this is why you getting disciplined.
And that would be what I was saying. Like I don't like whooping out of anger.
No.
Like I don't think people should
You ain't supposed to
whoop
whoop
kids
your
out of
kids
anger.
out.
But
No, you're supposed to
teaching a lesson is another thing because I feel like kids need to know the consequences on the streets.
Yep.
If you don't whoop your kids'
Exactly.
ass,
Oh, yeah.
that don't mean somebody else in these
Somebody
streets
out there
won't.
gonna
'Cause I
whoop
don't
their
play with kids, but I whoop your kids' ass.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta know your kid too. Like
Right.
all my kids different.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
the 3
they
that's
do
here,
that.
they
That's
totally
crazy. They
different.
are.
The oldest one and the youngest one, like the fear of getting hit is enough for them.
Right.
They don't
yelled
really
at.
need
They
to
don't
get
want you to
put.
be.
They never really. I mean, they got him a little bit, but not like I wasn't like consistently whooping him. The middle child, you can whip him 100 times. It don't matter.
Yeah, he gonna do it before he wind up.
Yeah, whatever.
It don't matter. He's still gonna do what he do.
Man.
Like, and
So now you gotta treat him different.
You gotta do stuff
understand
different from like
how
now.
I
He
get
don't
it.
even. The threat of whoopings ain't even really
I
there.
don't phase him.
Right.
Gotta
He like,
find-
cool,
You gotta,
give me
gotta
my
find
weapon
another
so I
you
one.
can
gotta do
go
something else.
play my video
Exactly.
game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
You gotta
gotta-
do something
you
else.
gotta do
find
something
out what
else
they,
to
take
really
that
punish
Wi-Fi from there.
Oh, that'll change their life. And or that phone.
You'll call them 10 times. Shut that Wi-Fi off. They'll pop up immediately.
Yeah.
What happened to the internet?
Yep.
What's going on?
Did y'all say
Signal's gone.
What happened?
No signal.
No, what I wanted to say was like Nate is probably the most
Yeah, but you're right.
calm person I've ever met. Like I have no patience. Like it ain't in the cards for me.
He know he's dangerous.
And he is like he's never like, you know how people have an argument. He's never yelled at me. He's never raised his voice. Even if I'm mad and yelling, he'd be like, "Why you yelling? Like we just talking. Like I'm standing right here. You don't gotta yell." And that pisses me off even more
right. You're like-
because he's so calm. And he's like that with the
the kids,
children.
yeah.
And it's like even if he's mad, and I know the levels of his anger, so he'll stop. He'll be like, "I can't talk to you right now because I'm upset, but I'ma just stay right there. Don't
that's
come
what you
down here."
have to
And then
do.
he walks away and he comes back and he say, "What I'm trying to tell you is," and I'll be looking like, I would have just beat the ass. Like, I've been having this whole
but that's what you
intermission
gotta do.
and
Yeah.
taking a break and coming back.
Sometimes you gotta
No.
stop them in the chest.
Let me tell you one story about my son this
Sometimes.
weekend. Like she always my son 14 and I be like teaching him how to drive and stuff.
I'm pissed.
Let him drive the car.
Right,
Got
yeah.
it.
Whoop-de-whoop.
It should be learning.
Listen
So
to this story.
I let him drive like on the freeway and stuff
Listen.
sometimes.
At
So
14.
This.
pulling it out the car, pulling it out the driveway should be nothing. So, but she always be like, "Don't let him pull out the drive. Don't let him drive the
He
car."
goofy as hell.
She say it all the time, and I be like,
That's my son.
"Whatever."
Right.
You know what I'm
All the
saying? He
time.
got to learn. I was 10 years old. You know, I be talking, whatever.
He's not you.
So I'm like, all right, bet. Get these keys. I'm like, but I ain't gonna let him drive her car. Take mine. Pull it out. I'm
Exactly.
gonna pull hers out the driveway.
Right.
So I pull it. He pull out. As soon as I pull out, I couldn't even get all the way out the driveway. He just started coming forward in slow motion, and I'm like, "Stop!" Like, what are you? I see him coming at the car, but I can't move because if I move, I'm gonna hit the car.
Right.
So I'm like, "Stop! What are you doing?" He just froze. It just smacked into the side of her Cadillac.
And sat there.
And then
What?
just sat there with the
For
engine
like
like,
3 minutes.
I'm like, what are you doing, dog?
Bruh.
I
did
was
the
so
same thing
pissed.
with
I'd have been, yeah.
I was so pissed. But in the back of my mind, all I heard was,
she told you.
she told me don't do it.
Not
I did the
just-
same thing with my niece though.
It was
dog.
nothing
your
I could
fault.
say. I had to hear all,
You had
and
to
that's
take
what
it
I
in the
told him.
face.
I said, it ain't even so bad that you hit the car.
I didn't say
It's
nothing.
bad that
I just sat
I
there.
gotta listen to her and can't even say nothing
I didn't say nothing.
because she was right.
Yeah.
And I gotta hear it.
That's
I
the
didn't
worst.
say nothing. I
That's
just
the
was
worst
like,
part.
As a man,
That's the worst
that's
part.
the worst.
You want to be right,
I
right?
can't tell her shut up, but be quiet.
Yeah.
Nothing. She was absolutely right. I should have did it.
Never
And
did.
it cost
It don't
me
even
2 doors.
The car,
Oh,
the car
my
don't
God.
even
It cost
matter.
me 2 doors.
Your car don't even matter. You ain't even mad that you got to pay for the car. You mad like I got to hear this.
I gotta hear it.
that's why
You know
he was
what I'm saying?
mad.
I'm way worse than I rather pay for you not to say something.
You feel me?
He was so mad, like, and now
Nah, I got to hear
she
this from
was
your
right.
mama.
And I was sitting in the car like this.
He way more in trouble now.
I'm just like, why?
Because you
like,
proved me wrong.
He talking about I was fine, but once you start screaming at you, I said, how am I screaming at you from you in your car, in my car? All you see is my lips.
Yeah.
But
I'm not screaming. I'm like, stop.
Your lips was making
Stop.
noise.
He just glide right into the door.
Gliding
Boom.
over like
But I
slow
will
motion
say-
accident.
Slow
like,
motion.
he said, Dad, you were right. You told me that I need to be careful and I need to pay attention.
and don't panic
Don't panic.
behind
And
it.
that's what I did. And so that's what made me
Well, I'm
not go
glad
into
he
saying,
did. Because he took responsibility.
because he took responsibility for it and he said,
I hate when
I was
somebody
wrong,
don't take responsibility.
and this is why, and
This
this is
happened.
what happened. So it was like,
He learned the lesson.
okay,
You can't be mad now.
I can't be mad.
You
now.
can be mad at Nate.
So
Can't be
when
mad
the
at
door
him.
gonna
Exactly.
Yeah, you go.
Can you put my car in the shop?
Yeah, it's going in.
Yeah,
That's
it's going in there.
That's 2 windows in the back of the building ain't gonna get put in this week, but the car gonna get fixed. This car
I
gonna get
gotta
fixed.
call my
Put
cousin
me
to get
in
the
a
hookup.
rut, man.
Right.
I'm about to get the hookup
But the
on my
worst
door.
part is, like he say, I just had to be like, And then she didn't even take advantage of it.
I didn't.
And that made it work. She just was,
I'm gonna be the bigger
But
person.
she don't say something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
she
the
just
bigger
looking at
person.
you.
What's understood don't need to be explained.
with her lips like this.
You feel me? Yeah.
Smacking.
Yeah.
Put one of your moves on.
So anything I wanted the whole weekend, it was like he didn't rebuttal. Like, you know what? I want to get some wine. Could you let me some? He'd be like, okay. Yeah, I get whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Damn, my God.
But yeah, you gotta put that foundation in their life, man. Because if you don't, some you got people out here that's grown and ain't never been raised. You know what I'm saying?
And I
And
love my mother. She
have to raise your
never
youngins.
gave me that real world teaching. Like, I lived in a world of butterflies and, everything was given to me, and I appreciate her. But when I got into the real world and I was told no, or something didn't work out my way, I was kind of lost. Like, I didn't know how to react or to deal with it.
So what you think? Was that a good or bad?
I mean,
because parents do that. We always
I
try
don't
to shelter
really
our
know.
kids from.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but I know that to this day,
Oh, y'all love him.
I'm
This boy
right.
like
My
Jesus
mother-
living.
I think,
fruitful as hell.
my mother would, if somebody called her right now and said that I did something wrong, she'd be like, not my daughter. Like, she got this image in her mind of me, and I'm
say that.
perfect.
I love my
say that.
mother-in-law.
She
but
is
for
she's like the
sure.
perfect mom. Like, I can do no wrong in her eyes.
That's terrible.
And I be out here wronger than wrong.
I'll be wrong and wrong.
Wrong.
But
That
my
is
mama is
terrible.
never gonna accept that. She's like,
is
you're a child of God.
I gotta get you on
Mine.
camera.
That's
and say
terrible.
that.
Her mama,
She said I be
That
wrong
lady
and
love
wrong.
me.
only time her mama she got a little forceful when we was getting married and stuff.
Oh.
Like, she had some of her traditions and stuff that she just wanted to get in there. Like, she came and dropped the chest off
She been collecting stuff
She
all
was-
my life for waiting for me to get married.
and gave it to her. So this is like the 80s. So she pulled out. She got
Oh,
these
my
heels, these
God.
little kitten heels and
Well,
stuff.
she kept them
She
for
got
those-
some old lace. I'm like, ain't nobody putting none of this stuff in our heads, man. Like, just take the chest, baby. Just take the
I said,
chest.
just go pick it up and bring it to the house. Don't
Yeah.
say nothing.
This
just
stuff was
let her.
outdated in
Trust me,
1991.
you don't want to get in between that.
She
that-
thought
my
she
baby.
was getting married at 21.
Oh, yeah,
we
she like,
40.
She thought she did think that.
and
That's
this stuff
the
old
old.
as hell. But that's
That's like
what's
a
up.
time capsule, man. That shit was funny.
I love that old lady, but I
That's
think
the
that
foundation.
it kind
though.
of now the love that she has in regards to her children, me and my brothers and sisters. I love that, but at some point, is it a crutch? Is it stifling to us becoming
Was your daddy
independent? Well, they were together when I was born, and they got a divorce, and then I got a new daddy. And then
But
they
it
got
was a man in the
divorce.
house.
But it's always a man in the house.
There you
But-
go. You got balance. That's why I was gonna say that. Like when you ain't got that balance, that's when it hurt, and that's probably
I don't
what we
know.
saying about. I mean, I don't know.
But my mother never grew up with her father, so I think for her it was I want to give the love that I never
Overcompensate.
got.
Let me ask this question: how are you? Because it sounds like you're not the same with the
I'm
kids.
never the same.
So you
I'm
had to
nothing
balance.
like
That's what
my
I'm trying to say.
mother.
Like you had
Nothing
to
like
balance.
I'm like,
Turned into a.
you don't want to do nothing. That means you don't want nothing. If you don't want nothing, don't blame that on me because I gave you every opportunity to get what you want, and you don't want it. You don't want to work for
Yeah,
it.
so
That's on you.
It ain't hurt you at all
I
because
ain't
you
my
understand
mama.
what's
Right,
going
it ain't
on.
my
It ain't
mama.
hurt you. You
It ain't
understand
hurt you at all.
exactly.
You
what's
just hate
going
to hear
on.
the word no. That's all. That's
Yeah.
all. That's it.
And
It hurt Nate. That's what it do. It hurt Nate.
That's Nate's problem.
It hurt him. Yeah, but
And
it
that's what
hurt
I say
you.
all the time. Don't blame me. Blame my mama.
She does.
She
And what's your
understand.
dynamic in your household? Let's say.
I'm definitely I'm the enforcer on a big level.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
don't call me till it's time.
Yeah, like I don't care about the little stuff. You know what I mean? But
Oh,
when you
women
at school
always care.
acting up, then we got an
there
issue.
you
You know what I mean? Like
address that.
the little stuff, tattletelling and all that, and the fight. Like that, my kids. First of all, I got like I said, I got boys. They the most aggressive boys you will ever meet.
Oh Lord.
So like
Yeah,
all they
I
want to
beg to
do is
differ.
I
play.
couldn't imagine.
All they want to do is play fight.
3
Yeah.
boys.
That's all they want to
Pin
do.
to be 4.
Yeah, pin it before. All they want to do is play fight. And but I'm my wife is she's an enforcer on the smaller level, but she's also the babier too. And I have to tell her like these is boys. She got 4 sisters. That's what she was raised in.
Yeah.
4 sisters.
So that's a whole
and
different
I only
environment.
got boy. It was just me and my brother growing up. So I told her like, these are boys. You gotta treat them as such.
Yeah.
You can't be babying them because they'll get over on you. Because I'm gonna tell you, I was that kid. That's going. Don't give me the inch. I'm gonna take it.
Your weakness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it. So
That's how
I
my
be
girl
tell-
is. Boys get over on her.
Yep, I be telling her like, you
But
gotta
women
be
are
struck.
nurturers. Like they're not
Yeah.
meant to be.
When y'all want to be,
that.
when y'all excuse it, when, just right now, when you explaining yourself, that's the only time y'all nurture.
When you want to be.
When you
It's
want to be.
Selective
When
nurturing.
you explaining yourself.
Yeah.
That's why it's
Selective
important.
nurturing. That's what you call
That's
it.
true. It's true. But you gotta always. Cause she with them way more than I am.
Yeah.
So you gotta remember.
I don't-
Just cause, but it's not. It just is what it is. But I said you gotta remember like these are boys. You gotta raise them as such. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
So
right.
you
You
gotta
can't be
remember.
babying
You
them all
can't
the
just
damn
be
time.
babying them. Like I be telling them like they old enough to have way more responsibility than what they got. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I be pushing them like my youngest son. I be telling like you could give him chores. He's 6.
Hello.
You know what I mean? He's 6.
I know that's right.
So,
That's what I'm talking about.
but
Yeah.
I'm
you
with
give
that.
him chores like it's okay if even if
with
it
that.
ain't got to be nothing too drastic.
Give him
you
all
know,
the chores.
Just
That's all.
give him
That's what
something.
I give them.
I don't
All,
want
I don't want to take no trash out.
Look.
I ain't bringing no groceries in the
Oh,
house.
Look.
I ain't feel me.
I know that now. My youngest son, he was so damn weak. I used to be like, you don't get them damn grocery bags.
You gonna get one at a time. Then you gonna wait for it.
You gonna be out there at 10 o'clock tonight bringing them
Right, you can grab one at a
They
time.
ain't got no coordination,
Well,
bro.
you
My
better
youngest son
grab
ain't got
all
no,
them
he got no coordination,
No
bro.
coordination. He is not on the team.
You got. I be like, he take forever. He's smart. He might be my smartest kid. Don't let them see this. But he don't have no coordination, and it take him forever to do everything. So that's the issue. Is my wife? He take forever to do everything, or she be like, I'ma just do.
I'm gonna do it. That's irritating. I get that. I get that.
Oh, he got the science now. He got the science down now.
Even
teachers know
though,
he getting
even
old.
at school, it's
You
the
said
same
he
thing.
the smartest, and then he does. Yeah, he got you.
He the smartest and the slowest. He's smart.
Yeah, he's
smart.
smart as hell. Yeah,
Smart. I'm
Even
gonna
at
slow
school,
so somebody
though.
else can do it.
The school is this at school. They like he got left one day because he was like moving so slow, and I was like, no, you got to be on him. That's him doing that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like
He can speed that.
why he get the baby the most, because I'm like, he could put his shoes on. Like you ain't got. He's 6. Like he can put
Right,
his
he can
shoes
tie his
on.
own shoes,
What you
eh?
doing? My wife be like, he taking forever. I say that's why he can't do what he do now.
Because
Like,
somebody coming and do it. Yeah.
That's a womanly trait. Like I was talking to my
know
home.
about that.
Let's go back to the nurturing though of the women, right?
The nurturing too. I was talking to my homeboy. Like he's saying his son is 3 years old and he don't even know where his bed is. Like he always in their
Oh,
bed.
you know I don't play
and
that.
this is why he be like, and he
You
be
know I
telling
don't
his
play
wife
that.
like, dog,
It's
put
grown
him
up
out of
in
here.
this bed.
And she be like, nah, he can't sleep. He got to stay in the bed.
You say
with
what
us."
now?
So I be like, that's that nurturing stuff. Because dudes
bye.
don't be with that. He was like, is that cool with y'all? I say, hell no. He say, I'm going home and tell her he got to get in his own bed
you gotta
tonight.
get out.
Yeah,
I
like, you
don't
know,
even
he
like
gotta get his
kids
own bed.
sitting
I'm the
on my
worst of
bed.
dates.
Like,
I'm cool with
don't
that.
do
I'm the
that.
worst of dates. My kid's sick though. Then I become
That's different
mush.
though.
If my kids become sick, when they sick, I'm mush. They can
Yeah,
like,
that's a little
come
different.
on, just come on.
You can like. But when they
Nah, you'll get
just
your
normal,
sick
you
ass
just
away
want
from
to
me.
hop in.
I'm mush when they sick, bro. I can't take it. I hate to see my kids sick.
Yeah,
I hate
feel
it.
you.
I hate seeing it. I'd be like, man.
I can't.
But
do
have
it.
you ever like disciplined and she stepped in, or she came behind you with a
and change?
yeah with some soft
What
with a soft decision?
Oh,
Of course.
yeah. I
Not her. But
say I'm gangster. Nice.
I'll be like, get him.
No.
you got like they mama, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
You gotta whoop him.
I just went through that sort of
I'm
because
like, definitely the
report,
baby mama. I think
their report card wasn't
not
where
even use that word that time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Mother, it's the mothers of the
I'd be
world.
like,
I
I'm
think.
the
my kid's
mother
report
of the
card
kid.
wasn't where I thought it should be, and I was making a big
know, I
deal
don't
out of
play
it.
that.
And she's like, they normally do good, so
But they didn't
don't
this
blow it
time.
out of proportion. Like, what you mean? Like you let it slide, you letting it slide. You know what I'm saying? You make a big deal out of it. That way it don't happen again.
I do not
You act
support
like it's
mediocrity.
nothing. You act like it's nothing, and they gonna
We
think
don't
it's
have
nothing.
that.
Right.
We don't have
We
that
don't need that. I think
opportunity to do that because these are black boys
Let me
going
get the
into
camera
man.
on you. Hold on.
Like
turn the
you
camera
can't,
on
you
when say
can't
that
allow
shit.
them to be below average
Right.
because
No, you can't be.
they're already looked at as failure. So you have to be better than the best. So I can't accept, well, this time you just didn't do it. No, this is not an option for you, baby. I'm sorry the world is like this, but you got to be great. And in order for you to be great, you got to work hard, twice as hard as everybody else.
So y'all on the same accord,
that's
you know,
it.
except
So
that
this-
one time.
Except for that
That's-
one
Y'all
time with the
same-
car. Except for the car.
Except for the car, though, but,
No, that's dope. That's what
like,
people
that's
need
a
to see.
real
though.
life
See, but
stuff.
I've heard people say the opposite of that. Like that's pressure. That's a lot of pressure
It is.
for
The world
for
is
black
pressure.
boys or stuff to put on them. But
sorry.
my thing is it pressure? Or it's not. It is pressure, but it's not because everyone's dealing with it. Like we all deal with it, whether we want
But you got to put it
go
on
with
them
it or not.
because
You gotta
they're
at least
going to
try
run
it.
into it out there on their own, and they need to know how to handle pressure.
And that's why I say that, because I didn't get that pressure. It was like, so I know how it feels to get in the real world and don't have that pressure, and then you looking stupid like, what
When
am
you
I
get the
supposed to do? Like,
Yeah,
no,
what
and
you
I'm
say,
a
Marcel?
woman.
I think you the pressure that we put on us as even it's black folks right now, because black men, we got a ton of pressure, but black women, they applying it because they pushing.
pushing P.
The black woman the most like the got the most growth out of any person on this in the country right now.
Sure.
So
True story.
I'm talking about, and I'm gonna tell y'all, like, on the small business side, I told you I do a bunch of small business work. 90, 80% of the small business deals I do are with black women. Or even women in general, but black women just because I'm in the city, but they dominating us right
No,
now.
I said that before you came in. I'm like, yeah,
He did.
y'all got it right
They-
now.
they
Y'all definitely
dominate.
got it.
Winning.
But we talking about relationships right now.
Yeah.
But see,
And y'all gotta learn how to separate.
and that's what you're saying, the relationship and that, black women
Cause
are
I'm behind y'all in the world.
They're
Yes,
stronger
I'm
right
behind
now.
y'all. Y'all strong as
They
hell.
not the black women
In
from
the
the
house,
60s.
turn
You
down
know what
for
I'm saying?
me.
That used to be. These black women
Listen.
nowadays are
But
power.
I was making that point too, just to say the pressure is on us as a race too,
Right.
to do better. We gotta have it.
That's
Because I'm gonna just tell you, I work with all kind of races,
So you gotta have
and they
that
put in the pressure too, and that's how we. That's how they
they
succeed.
demand. They
Yeah,
demand.
yeah.
They demand.
Yeah.
I work with them too. They demand.
gotta
They
have
kids. They
it.
demand. They like it ain't even
Shit, they
pressure.
already got
It ain't
the-
even
It's,
thought.
it's just the
This is
natural.
it.
It's a
The thing about-
demand.
the thing
Yeah,
about
it's
it
a
is that
demand.
they
This is what it
already have a
is.
plan.
Ain't no other way.
This is what it is.
That's what it is. They already have a plan. It's so sad that a lot of black parents
Well,
or
let's-
just black people, you know
well,
what I'm saying, don't have nothing build.
No,
So
well, let's go to the culture first, cause
That's what I'm saying.
y'all
What I'm about
got
to
King
say.
Yadee in the bed. I just ain't gonna let y'all talk. Just talk now. Listen,
But
but
let me
we
finish.
listen from our culture though, and what we actually come from. You see what I'm saying? Like the lack of knowledge, information, and them taking the black man out of our houses. Like we gotta like be honest with ourselves. We are fucked up. You see what I'm saying?
are fucked
We are. You see what I'm saying? So we trying to dig our way out of a fucked up situation. Like we
Yeah.
supposed to be born equal, but we're not.
Ghetto depression.
And our problem is we're not looking that dead on in the eye. You know what I'm saying? So like how we just easily said it's a demand for them. Why is it a pressure for us? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
So
why I put that point out there to see. You know, what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
so-
agree with that. We need to do better because we come into it with less, but some in this new millennial world, that's pressure.
it is, but we gotta like
Even the young folks applying pressure.
They
You know
are.
what I'm saying? They so scantless and smart and shit.
But what you were saying about the elevation of the black woman, though, you see what I'm saying? Like that's what we saying. You feel what I'm saying? It's like we see the changes happening, and what's going on is because why the women know they was last, they was nothing to, you know what I'm saying, to American soil. You see what I'm saying? They understood that, so they fight and they push is actually so, you know what I'm saying, monumental. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they were last. But like what I said earlier, let's learn from them, bro.
I
Like,
heard-
what is we doing?
Yeah,
Like,
I heard this thing just yesterday. It was saying that the black woman is so strong because of black trauma, and
Yeah.
the
That's
fact
messed
that they was raised without having that masculine male in their lives growing up, that they making up for it.
That's what that's all I'm saying. Like they are replacing what they miss. You see what I'm saying? It's like he ain't gonna work for me. I'm gonna work. He ain't gonna take care of the kid. I'm gonna take care of the kids. He ain't, and that's what they come. But they did that. Too. So I'm gonna go back to what I'm telling y'all. It was planned.
Topics.
That was planned. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to fault my black brother for not being there in his kid's life when him and his granddaddy, his daddy wasn't there. You see what I'm saying? Like these things was planned because a program is a program. You feel me? Like
program.
yeah, my daughter knew Korean and Japanese when she was younger. Do she know it now? No. Why? Because I didn't stay on her. A program was a program. Her school that we put her in, they made her speak like that. You see, soon as she changed schools, it was different.
But it's the same
See
thing.
what I'm saying?
You come out of high school.
The school?
Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't.
But it's the same thing. Like you come out of school after learning all this shit, and when you finally get in the real world, how much of it do you fucking have?
That too, but I'm just going to the programming.
But
so,
that's what I'm saying. It's the same program. Like you said, if you had stayed on her about it, you know what I'm saying? It didn't take her to 18 to forget about it. She forgot about it after you stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Because you take it out of it.
But even with it, I do blame our black brothers at a certain point, because I always use this analogy that, you know what I'm saying, it's two brothers or two twins grow up with a father that beat their mother and was an alcoholic. One grow up to beat his girlfriend, be an alcoholic. The other grow up to never do it in his life and be a scholar. They both seen the same thing, but they chose
different
paths from that trauma that they seen.
So you can't blame, you can't not blame, but you can't hold men responsible for not being strong enough sometimes to really make it happen.
A balance.
I think it's a balance. It's a two-sided thing.
It is a two-sided thing because you got to talk about the women too.
Because
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's hard for a woman to submit to some when they to one guy when they dealt with 15 shitty
niggas
guys
that ain't shit.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a programming. So that's what I'm saying.
And the same in reverse. It's hard for a dude to settle down and take one chick when he know the last 15 chicks he
But listen, all that
shit.
is a program when you know right for wrong. So we saying we mad at our black brother for not choosing right. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm supposed to take care of this woman when I'm with her, but my programming of all the last females did me wrong, I'm gonna do her wrong. You see what I'm saying? So that's where it come in. That
people.
It's just a programming, bro. It's really a program. Like I'm the same guy, grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same school as everybody else.
But I also see
you got 1 out of 100 that said, you know what, I'm gonna make a change in this neighborhood by buying this house and building it back. You see what I'm saying?
But shit, your neighbors gotta follow suit though, because if you
but that's a programming. That's a programming I'm setting up now. You see what I'm saying? But I'm 30 years old too. So you talking about for 30 years, and I know for sure the houses I bought all was 15 years or older, sitting vacant. So you said for 15 years, nobody had a programming to understand to let me take these houses and rehabilitate them. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So I look at my black brothers the same way. He never had. That's why I'm in the hood with the kids. They never had a mentor to rehabilitate him. To understand,
show them something better. You know what I'm saying? Give them the leader. Yeah.
You speaking on one of the most important things too. One of the most important things is the opportunities we complain about opportunities not being there, but the opportunities not there because we don't even there's no way
can't see them.
We can't even see the opportunity.
But that's why we got to create them.
But we don't even. A lot of times we don't even know that they there. Like I was
like
just
the
saying,
shit I use to get on my platform is there for everybody. That's what I'm trying to say.
Everything they hide all that shit from us, bro. In plain sight.
Me being in commercial real estate, I didn't even know that this lane existed until somebody told me about it. I was 30 years old.
People suffer for the lack of knowledge.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They say it in the Bible. My people suffer for the lack of knowledge. It's like all of these. I don't care how much money you make, just want to hit this topic. Like, how much money you make as a black man, you damn near can't own an NFL team. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll tell you, well, you ain't got enough money to own a team. But when you look at how they did it, they didn't have no fucking money either.
Nah.
They just got together, you know what I'm saying, and pulled their resources together and made something. There ain't no one fucking owner of a damn team. You know how many people, you know what I'm saying? He might be the face, but you know what I'm saying? But we as black people, we don't pull together like that.
But first of all, so understand this. They didn't pull resources. The NFL was a non-profit organization.
Ooh, get into it.
Well, because of what you cannot be mad. It's something you can't get in. Minister Farrakhan said it plain and simple. Why you want to be a part of something that don't want you in anyway?
There you go.
Why sit at a table? Why sit at a table where you're not welcome? See, this is why this is how we get poisoned neighborhoods, poisoned people, poisoned teachers. See, people getting dragged from diners because they want to just be like them. That's crazy. That's absurd. That's why you make your own table. So that's why I don't know if you're familiar with the USFL. You know what I mean? They got 2 black owners. Well, 3. You feel me? Damon Dash is one of them.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is people got to understand, like, if you're not welcome, don't walk through the damn door.
You got to create your own.
All the time.
And like you said, a lot of stuff is being hidden from us.
Miles.
You know what I'm saying? That we can't take because the opportunity is there. Like here go a avenue that people don't look at. Like you want to be a homeowner. You know what I'm saying? You want to get into it. You know, it's a list. Okay, it's a list where, you know, you can go. Somebody die, don't got nobody to the state take all their property. You know what I'm saying? It's a list. State sale. You can go down there. You can buy a foreclosed home, this, that, and the other. You can come up. You know what I'm saying? Off of somebody else's downfall. You feel me? And these lanes are open, and we don't know nothing about them because all we know is to go to school, get your education, work a job.
We've been bamboozled the program. Let it straight.
But what
I learned that a long time ago. Now my mother didn't tell me that.
Time out. What I say to that too, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's programming and we don't know, I forgot my point. I was going with it.
My baby memory.
Was it different?
I'm the same way.
We gotta act. You about to say we gotta act as brothers?
Ain't no wrong with the weed.
We do gotta act.
The weed don't
I
matter.
didn't get in there where I was trying to get it to.
Right.
But we still use those as excuses. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what I was going to be, the bottom line, just had a more jazzier way of saying it. Mm-hmm. But at some point, we got to stop using any of these excuses and pull them resources. Do that shit.
Come together.
Buy them houses in the hood. Fix them up. Talk to
buy them empty lots. Shit. If you got a house next to you and it's a lot empty, buy that.
Buy it.
So something that I do, like with my kid, we ride around. I be like, somebody own that. You know what I'm saying? Big building. Someone owns that.
Right.
Someone own it. Like when I was a kid, I didn't even know people own that. I just thought like the government owned everything in the world. You feel me? I didn't know people. You know, Marcel could own this or Craig owned that building. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that was even a possibility. So when these kids of other cultures, they know because they fathers and grandfathers, the ones who own these buildings. That's what I was about to say. Like he was saying. So when you put that into like these kids knowing, you know, somebody owning it could be you, that give you that put a different programming in you than what we've been accustomed to. Yeah. But even with the programming, I don't necessarily blame. I don't fully blame that because I'm ready to step away from the excuses.
Right. I've stepped away from it. Yeah.
All right, we about to shut down. It's been a great show. I want to thank King Yadee for coming through. I want to thank Marcel Pearl.
Yes, sir.
Coming through with commercial
I need you to
advisor. We definitely gonna build together some more. You know what I'm saying?
Do my
wife.
horticulture.
And it's another Put a Ring on to see y'all next Monday, 8 p.m.
Thank you.
Oh, did I set it on?